Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to X Planet Live. My name is Lionel Miranda, and we are in 40K Fridays. Woo! Happy Friday, everyone. And welcome to us. On the menu for tonight, we got Tyranids versus Aeldari. This should be a fun fight. Both the guys have been playing these armies for quite a while. And on top of that, both armies are fully painted. How cool is that? No relevant projects going. These guys have been pretty much grinding these particular armies for years now. I find that really interesting. Big difference between 40K and AOS is how much players express their faction loyalty. I mean, in my neck of the woods anyway, most players just change army to army to army in AOS. Although occasionally, of course, they stick around for a little while. But in 40K, I just find there's so many players who just stick to one army. So very interesting. All right. Anyway. So that is that. Let us actually, as the guys are starting to deploy, let's go check out some army lists. How about that? We'll go right over to here. Oopsie. You know what? Let's get to the table while I line things up in the background.
Trade and then murder is kind of my game.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to just basically just want them to scoot behind this wall so you can't shoot them round one. Go ahead.
Yep. I am going to put Haruspex number 2.
Okay. You know what? Since it's the Tyranid player up on the screen, why don't we go to his list right now? All right, Remy is actually at the helm of the Tyranid Swarm for this evening. And at his list right now, we got a Broodlord. Followed by a Hive Tyrant, and if you have not seen a Hive Tyrant, man, Hive Tyrants are just really, really cool. I believe, don't know if he actually took he didn't. I was kind of hoping he was going to take the big four-armed guy, which had the Vect ability, but doesn't look like he took that one. A Neuro Tyrant, a Winged Tyrant, and then we got Gene Stealers. We got 1, 2, 3 Horospexes. Neurogaunt, Psychophage, and 3, or I thought I saw 3 on the table, but looks like he's got 2. Oh, 6 Pyrovores. Okay, that makes more sense. Then we got a unit of Tyranid Warriors, Tyrant Guard to guard that wonderful Hive Tyrant up above, Venomthropes, and Zoanthropes, the basically Mind Bullet bugs. Then we go over to Aeldari. The Aeldari have an Autarch with Wayleaper, or Autarch Wayleaper, and this guy's mostly in to generate a free CP, and holy cow is that like really, really good. A Death Jester, basically there to kind of snipe out characters and what have you. Farseer on Skyrunner to basically join bikes, which I know he did take. Solitaire. This assassin extraordinaire is an absolute monster. He could, once per game, he could actually go Super Saiyan and just unleash a torrent of attacks, pretty much deleting any infantry unit that he touches. Then we go over to Battle Line Corsair Void Reavers, mostly there to kind of basically pay lip service to the actual season, because sometimes Battle Line units get a little extra perk, and we'll be talking about that in a little bit. We got a dedicated transport, Star Weaver, and then we got 1 Rangers unit, and then 1 Shroud Runners unit, and then 1, 2, 3 units of Sky Weavers, all of them with Haywire. This will be where his tank busting really comes out of. Then we got Void Reavers. We got 4 of them, 2 units of 2. And then more tank busting in the form of Warwalkers, 2 units of 2. Ugh. That is a nasty amount of firepower. And for today's mission, actually, let's go back. We got Burden of Trust, Prepared Positions, and Search and Destroy. Burden of Trust, I believe, benefits the actual battle line. I'm gonna have to actually come back to you on the details on that. I don't have it in front of me. I thought I had it in front of me, but I don't. Let's go back. Come on, boys. And this is what the actual table is going to look like. And let's go right back over right here. Boom, as the guys are continuing to deploy. I'd like to welcome Daryl Jones to the chat while we're waiting. Hi, Daryl Jones, and hi, welcome everyone. Hopefully we're going to have a really good game tonight. With that in mind, let's get actually back to the table.
They move in. They scout 7?
8.
8? So they go 16 and then...
They don't have advance and charge because that's not the detachment they're using.
Yeah, but they could go 6. They could scout 8, move 8.
Charge 12 inches.
Charge 12. Yeah. So, just make sure that this kind of stuff. Man, Lionel's already making mistakes. Look at that.
Oh my God, what a
Has
guy.
to come out here and tinker with the card.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going to put Tyranid Warriors with the Prime right here.
And they only fight first if you're within
6 inches of a Harvester keyword unit, which...
Yeah.
Wait, wrong dude. Wrong dude. 6 inches of a guy with the Harvester keyword, but they're surrounded by them, so that's the plus.
Oh, yeah. I'm just more thinking along the lines of if you come out too far kind of idea. You know,
or if you eliminate the ones that are nearby, which is a possibility.
All right, let me get back to the mission that I mind blanked on. We got prepared positions. Players can target their battle line units with the go-to ground, heroic, and heroic intervention stratagems for 0 CP. Currently, the Tyranid player does not have any battle line, while the Eldar player only has one very, very minor unit of battle line in the form of Void Scar. Burden of Trust for the second battle round onwards. The player whose turn it is scores 4 VP for each objective marker they control that is not within their deployment. Then for each objective marker that player controls, they can select one unit from their army, excluding aircraft, within range of the objective marker to guard it until the start of their next round. Basically, the opponent of the player whose turn it is scores 2 victory points for each of their units, excluding battle shock units that are within range and guarding an objective marker they control. The big key thing is they can only score it on the next turn. So it does apply a little bit of pressure. And hopefully the Tyranid player will be playing aggressive. So for those of you that have not played on Prime Nexus tables before, they are a lot more open than the actual WTC or UKTC tables. And there's pros and cons to that. The big pro-con, we'll call it con for sure for those who are not experienced in playing on the table, you can't just lean back. You have to get aggressive. And I'm hoping to see a lot of aggression from the Tyranid player. And of course, the Elder player is going to be counting on that. But they can't remove everything. If the Tyranid player decides to hang back too much, the Elder player is just going to dissect his army. He's just going to dissect his army and just take it out piecemeal. So he's going to have to apply a lot of pressure. And with this guard ability as well on the clock, the Elder player will feel it for certain. I would imagine that the Tyranid player is aiming to try to go first. Obviously in 40K it is just a die roll, and neither player currently knows who's going to go first. Interesting. I think both players are going to want to go first personally, but we'll see what happens.
14. You can see that's nice and easy.
Venom Thrope's right here, right behind. So they're like this just to show you.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Get some nice -1 to hit stealth.
And stealth and cover.
Stealth and cover.
The stealth only affects units that are not monsters. Everything else does that, get the stealth, but everything also gets cover.
Cool. Let's see here. Where else do I want to put things down here? Probably put Another Void Weaver down over here, maybe? You're leaving me with a couple more difficult choices, which is kind of nice for you. Of where do I put a couple things? I'm just going to stack some Void Weavers over here. Go ahead.
I am going to put second unit of Pyrovores. 1. Oh, God, please don't get stuck in break. 2. Just so you know, they're infantry,
Yep.
so they can move through without a hassle.
Great.
And this one's touching the objective, so Harvester stuff will kick in.
And I can just take you off an objective turn 1. That's good. That's good. So that guy's on an objective, but these other two aren't.
These two aren't, but they're well hidden, at least.
Sure, I could just go 14 and shoot the entire thing that way.
Go for it.
That's not a difficult move for these
Remember, I
guys.
still have the Feel No Pain strat.
Yep, it's a 5-up if you're not on an objective. Yep. Go ahead.
All right, next unit will be Zonthropes.
I love the chatter at the table, the elder playing, letting know that, well, I could just move over to here. The psychological combat has begun. I think right now Remy's doing exactly what he needs to do, position on the line without getting too out in the open. He can't avoid. His army's so large and that deployment zone is so small. He's not going to cover everything. And just definitely position things so that he is in position to go first. And then whatever. If the elder player wants to cut some angles and come at him, let him do so. I do wish there was a bit more guns in the list. It's a little too much emphasis on just the melee. And I think the elder player is sensing that. Yeah. Those Pyrovores, though. Those Pyrovores can do some work. But the elder player is not going to serve up his army to get inside those inside a range of those things, that's for sure. It will be very, very interesting to see what the elder player does if he goes first. I'm going to assume he's going to go really aggressive. He will 100% take that objective at the top left-hand corner of your screen and get the guard going. And I could potentially see him. Is he actually going to play for primaries? Or just kind of snatch that one objective in the top left-hand corner? The elder player is going to have a super hard time holding on to anything, and that army feels losses like no other army in the game. Once things start falling, it is a dramatic fall in the amount of firepower and damage the army can do.
Die?
Well, no, he's not going to die. He's quite pretty good. But it's just a question of, do I want to try and take some shots in this direction? Do I want to try and pop him out over this way and see if I can take some shots this way with him? I think I might still go that way with him if I decide to go there, and then I can put him 3 inches out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go this way over to here with him. Nice little Death Jester. He should be just outside.
So where's
of
your
that.
Solitaire? Right at the corner?
Solitaire.
Oh, okay.
Just out there.
So he's moved, when he blitzes, he moves 12 inches.
He moves, so he normally moves 12. When he blitzes, he adds 2d6 to his movement. He gets +3 attacks, and he can blitz and charge and advance and charge.
Oh, so he basically gets 2d6 advance and charge.
And 3 extra attacks.
Yeah. So 12 plus whatever, then charge. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, so my transport.
Transport, and this is my last drop.
Oh, okay. I guess I can drop everything else then.
Yep, just got to figure out which is gonna go where. Oh, you know what?
Do I know what? No, I don't know.
Put these
This
guys.
way. I was expecting, well, I guess you usually use them as a screen, but with no units to screen, you just
Yeah.
go somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah, because it's not like you're going to be able to. Because what they do is they just kind of extend its synapse, and I don't want to put him with my Neuro Tyrant and just give you a bucket loads of shots that could easily peel him off.
Yeah.
But if you just want to go for them and shoot them, go right ahead. They're just not worth it. All they just do is if they're within synapse range, they emit synapse 6 inches around them.
That's cool.
They're basically synapse extenders.
Oh, that's cool. That makes me want to put my last. So I could scout.
And besides, normally they would screen if you were a melee heavy army, but because you're not, there's no real worry. There's no real concern about it.
They're handy to go down and like screen out your back line for deep strike, Grey Knight.
Yeah, for sure. But that's not
kind of stuff.
the thing I'm worried about right now.
Yeah. So we're going to go with the the Shroud Runners probably want to go in this direction. They should scout 9, I believe. So we're just going to lean them over around here. I feel like I'm playing fairly defensively for some reason this game. You do have a lot of run at me and stab me
Stuff.
power, so it's kind of feels like I want to play a little more defensively because of
But
that.
you want to also be able to play the objectives.
Oh yeah, like I'm not going so far back that I can't get in there. I've got 14 inches and a whole bunch of scouts and stuff, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I feel like I really need to be super aggressive. So your 24-inch shooting guys are back here actually.
Yeah.
No leader on them, so they're gonna be fairly hard to get out into shooting around this kind of obscure.
Well, just so you know, he has the 6-inch aura of advance and shoot, assault weapons on ranged weapons.
Cool.
So
yeah,
that's why.
But like, you still can't really clear this
For sure.
and get shots into here.
For sure.
And if
I'm
you
not
do,
I'm not looking to get turn 1 shots. I'm just like,
yeah,
they're more to like capitalize on your positioning.
yeah, yeah.
And also because they just also provide a 6-up invul for just being around them, so that's just a plus. So in case you just like obliterate my armor, I still at least get something.
Yeah, I'm just looking at like lines of fire and stuff.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
So I think, do I want to put these guys that far forward? Do I want to put them a little more back? I mean, they just moved 14, so I could just always still whip them on.
The Eldar player already feeling the pressure, the melee pressure from the Tyranid player, that's for sure. I am not certain that the Tyranid player understands that the Eldar player is not going to be diving into the center. I think he's going to be playing mostly the secondary game. And if he has any infiltrator, which I believe, there you go, he does, he's going to use that mainly just to control movement. And there it is. A little bit of Rangers to say, hey, you stay on the other side of this and not on that objective. Just to buy him a little bit of time. Love Rangers. Love the Elder model range. I think the Elder model range is just so freaking cool. Super looking forward to seeing what they do with the actual range when they officially release it in the new year. I'm so hoping all the Aspect Warriors will finally get new plastics. Love to see Warp Spiders get redone. Hopefully that rumored Warp Spider Phoenix Lord will actually be released as well. That would be incredibly, incredibly sweet. At the bare minimum, I would love to see a plastic Karandras and a Baharoth also in plastic. Baharoth is the Phoenix Lord of the Swooping Hawks. That would be absolutely amazing. And I just hope that the Aspect Warriors just become generally much better than they are, I guess. They just don't seem to be a very popular choice, and that's primarily because of speed. The Tyranid infantry are not exactly robust, and it's not like they're super slow, but they're just not fast enough. Bikes are just fantastic, but it would be neat to see, Vipers loaded up with Scorpions or Banshees that are actually truly scary. All right. Anyway, enough yammering. I think these guys are getting close to doing a roll-off. Let's see.
Let's roll your 6 dice for your thing.
So that happens after we know who goes first. It's
All right,
not
fair.
really that much. Good luck.
Yep, good luck. I hope you wash your hands.
Of course I did.
I
no
didn't.
paper towel.
Anyways, 4.
Okay, you
I
get to
go
go
first.
first. Okay, so
right.
you get to scout.
I'm just gonna chill where I am. There's
Okay.
no point.
Cool. I got a 6, a 5, a 4, 2, and 2 ones. So
AKA potential 6s because you're stupid farseer.
oh yeah, I love my stupid farseer. He's a beautiful stupid guy. Yeah. So no scouts for you.
Well, I'm just gonna. I move. I'm just
Want me
gonna
to grab
inch
those
up a
9-inch
bit.
sticks again.
I'm just gonna.
Just scoot.
I'm scooting up. That's about
Okay.
it.
Great.
They can't. They. Can't, oh, those guys.
So go 7 inches and then line up.
Mm-hmm.
Just on this side of the wall. And then we're going to scout a nice little 9 inches this way. And then he's going to scout a nice little 9 inches with his friend over to here. And these bikes are just going to hop over to the other side of their friend here. Those are my 4 scouts. Go ahead.
All right.
And then cards and all that kind of stuff.
We're
so-
doing tactical.
Yeah, sorry. So you are the
I'm
defender.
you.
You are tactical. I am tactical. You are going first.
Yep. We each get a CP.
We each get a CP. And you have Burn of Trust. And your Tyranids, you can select your missions. I'll let you push.
I'd like to welcome Scarecast to the chat. Hey, buddy, how are you? Just saw a battle with you in it in your stream. That was pretty amazing. I loved watching the Ultramarines and watching Vanguard Marines go. If you haven't seen that, go jump over to Scarecast. He just did a really cool battle report with that happening. Man, you know what it is? Space Marine 2 just got me jazzed up about Marines in general. Yeah, man. Hi to you. Hi right back at you. All right, folks. Who you rooting for? Who do you think is going to take this? I actually really don't know. Both are fairly experienced players. It's a big deal that the Tyranids got to go first. We'll see what he does with it. Hopefully he positions really, really well and goes aggressively into. Well, he needs to go super aggressive into that top left-hand objective. The Elder player already fenced that off, though, so he won't get far, but at least he's got some space to work with in the form of that ruin. So rip them apart because they're right close to that wall and still be able to hide. So that's really quite nice. I would actually just pressure a bunch of big guys. Exactly right, Remy. Just pressure a bunch of big guys in there. Put all 3 of them out. Put all 3 of them out. You want to try and kill them? Come at me. Just go in there, buddy. Full send. And we'll see what happens. But with no guns, or at least not a lot of really good ones, he really has to crowd out the Eldar player and not give him any space to maneuver. So this will be big. So hopefully he just applies a whole heck of a lot of pressure.
That's them. These guys are gonna move. These guys are gonna move in advance. The Pyrovores. 9 inches. That will take this one just onto the objective.
Okay.
My God.
All right, as the guys continue to move around the board, I'd like to welcome you all to X-Planet Live. If you are new to the channel, well, welcome to us. We're a small, actually very small streaming channel. We just started about, now what's it been? 14 weeks ago, something like that. We basically stream games out of a shop in lovely Mississauga, Ontario, Canada called X-Planet Games, where we basically platform our wonderful patrons and customers to all of you. We generally speaking, we play a lot of competitive wargaming, and we are happy to have you here. If that's the kind of thing you're into, well, you just found the right channel. We super appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. Maybe flash us a thumbs up and maybe hit that notification bell to let you know when we actually go live. And then we'll have you back. We're happy to have you back, in fact. All right, let me go attend to a camera because someone got a little too vigorous with the actual camera. And with that, let's get back to the table.
Beautiful. He bumped it, man.
He really did.
I'm sorry.
I was giving him grief. Like, Lionel's come out here and yell at you, man.
You didn't bump it. You bumped it like hard. I don't know what the heck he even did.
I was just rolling the die. I
You
usually
just lifted your hand. When you flick the die and lift your hand, you slammed right into it.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry.
Just got to be mindful of not roll sideways
I'll
as
just
opposed to
dump.
upwards.
I'm sorry. It's just a habit of just
Yeah.
flicking the wrist.
all good.
It's good. Hopefully,
All these wonderful people, all these wonderful people are listening to just yak out about a camera now.
All right. Her specs is gonna.
Are you
You know what?
advancing?
Gene Stealers are gonna move.
Okay.
You could do your advance.
I have to wait until you finish moving, because then
Yeah.
I will react to move them based on your positioning.
The solitaire. Yeah, I'm just gonna move them like right here.
Okay. Don't worry about the solitaire. He's friendly. He just likes playing cards by himself. It's fine. What?
I get it. Solitaire.
It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna do a little roll here for the reactive move. It's 4 inches.
4 inches.
Yeah. We're just running away from you and forcing you to expose yourself if you want to come. Just expose yourself. Gene Stealers are
We're
exposing
not in public
themselves.
though.
Good.
Oh God.
Good.
I'm sorry, stream.
Okay. So, I mean, you could then charge onto the objective,
And then-
but like, yeah. So I was just thinking, like, do I
But
want-
of course, that just.
But yeah, come on, charge the objective. Go
No.
ahead. Good. I'll sacrifice 55 points of models. Go for it. I don't mind. You can also come with them and charge with him. Which, if you want to do that too and expose all that to that, okay.
No, I won't.
I'm fine
I'll
with
give
that.
you options.
I'm fine with
he's
all
gonna
of
advance.
this.
He's gonna advance.
Yeah.
9 inches.
Grab it. Dice there. I'm not sure if you can
Actually,
get on
you know
there
what?
because
Actually, you know what?
your
I'll use
body-
his ability for 0 CP to make him free advance,
Reroll?
free command reroll. I have nothing else that I could use for it,
Sure.
so might as well. 6.
There you
Perfect.
go. Run right onto that silly point, you.
14 inches.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
14 inches of hard specs.
Stomp, 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 stomp.
Okay, I like that move. I like the advance. I like the actual aggression. I like the positioning. If he can actually make those Gene Stealers up at the top left-hand corner, make that charge, take it. Get on that objective if he can. And yeah, they might get scrubbed off, but at what cost? He can't take on everything, right? So I like this. He's doing exactly what I wanted him to do, which is basically, yeah, man, you can shoot at whatever, but can you take it all out? I don't think so. The only unit I would have liked maybe... No. I was going to say the Tyranid warriors that are kind of buried in that L. Maybe been more aggressive with that, but I guess you don't want to be too aggressive. Those warriors do have a lot of value, and they're his crackback if anything comes scrumming in the middle after those nasty beasties. No, I like it. I like it. I think he's exposing the right amount of stuff. I'm hoping he'd be able to do a guard action, but the running's going to prevent him from doing that. Hopefully he'll be able to do it on 1 or 2 of those. We'll see what happens.
5. Nice. 11 inches. They're going to move right here. Right here. And they're gonna, third one is gonna move right here. Yep. All right. Yep, they're going to be right behind here. Actually, you know what? This one was here, 11 inches. I'll put him right. Well, let me see if he's within range. No, it won't put him in range of them. So I'm going to leave him directly behind here, behind the wall.
Okay.
All right. Psychophage is going to move.
He's not infantry, right?
He's not infantry, he's a monster.
Yeah.
These guys are going to move
Sure.
up. Sorry. He's going to move in advance. Stop, my bad. Of course.
There you go. Ah, good.
8 and 9 inches.
All right. I'm liking generally what I'm seeing. Here is an interesting little thing. He might not need to actually charge with those Genie Stealers. Here, let's get to this table right here. Right now, we got those Genie Stealers staring down those Rangers. I believe those are Rangers. But these Pyrovores are probably in range right now, actually. They have a 12-inch range. They are torrent weapons, and they're D6 plus 1, strength 6. Twin-linked, neg 1 damage. They might just be able to pick up that Ranger unit at a distance and then maybe save the Genie Stealers for a crackback for later. That is an option. If he dives in, the Genie Stealers will absolutely murder that unit of Rangers for sure. But the other player is absolutely correct. Those guys would be wide out in the wide out open. And they will just absorb an enormous amount of shots and probably get scrubbed off the table. Now, these have he has a lot of shuriken catapults, so that's enough anti-infantry that maybe instead of charging, he actually uses those Biovores to see if he could scrub that unit off. Get rid of these small units as quickly as possible. In 40K, they are the things that everyone says, oh, they're nothing. But they're absolutely everything. Kill every single one of these little small units. Those are the things that actually win games. The things that do damage is the rest of the army. And you rarely want to perform actions with things that do damage. They got other jobs to fill, and they don't want to be not using their giant guns or giant fists to perform science in a corner. So, lovely. And that's exactly what he did. He's using the Pyrovores, or I should say Pyrovores right now, to just lambaste that Ranger unit.
All right.
Yeah?
And that shall be the end of
Your turn?
my turn 1. I will pitch Assassinate for a CP, and I will get Secure No Man's Land for 5 points.
Yep. Looks good.
So at my turn I get 2, and at the start of your turn I will be at 3.
Yeah, you have 3 CP. I'll also be at 3 for my Way Leaper being on the table.
Yep. And his ability kicks back in.
Lionel's just playing with this, and I can't pick up the
Lionel, stop hacking our game.
I need secondaries. No, one more back. There, stop. Thank you. We're gonna get no prisoners. Well, that's gonna be nice. And marked for death. Who would you like to mark for death for me? Probably some people in the back here that are completely impossible for me to get to.
Zoanthropes, Neurotyrant, and the Biovore. Oh crap! I forgot to fire with the Biovore.
No swearing.
Sorry, your turn.
Yeah, I kind of already picked my secondaries.
Yeah. It's too late. Had I remember.
The question will be 1 CP to mark for death.
Mm-hmm.
Swap. Is there something else that I'd rather do though? Probably not. No prisoner is kind of nice because it's just
kill things.
It's just murder game.
It's the most turn off your brain and do things.
Yeah, and I don't think I like anything else that I get. I will. The only thing that would be better is if I cycle it into like sabotage, so that I can get rid of 2 stupid objectives at once. So I think I won't do that.
So you're gonna keep Marked for Death?
Yeah, we'll keep Marked for Death just to pitch it. Really, we're not really doing anything with that.
Well, you do have the CP to pitch it and get something more effective.
Yeah, but most of the things would be better later on. I kind of feel than.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're most likely not going to get these.
Yeah. No, it's either discard it for nothing or spend 1 of my 3 CP to cycle it and then go down to 2 CP. And then the question is, what do I need all this CP for? Because Fire and Fade would be meaningful if I feel like I need to get somewhere. Some CP rerolls is interesting. Yeah, I think I will pitch that. So we'll summon to CP, select 3rd mission, engage on all fronts. That's quite easy to do. So we have discarded Marked for Death off the start. So yeah, no prisoners engaged, quite easy. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to Guide. Guide is interesting here.
So wait, you're keeping it?
I pitched it, and I picked up Engage on all fronts.
Which is fine. You'll
yeah.
probably get that for...
I get it on 3
You get it right.
quadrants, no
You
matter
get it
what.
right away.
Yeah, I already have it. The only question is now the Guide question. So would it be better to give Guide to my Haywire bikes and go fishing, or would it be better to give Guide to the 3 bikes over here? The aura for the stealth, you move those guys up, right?
Yeah.
Are these guys in that aura?
I checked. They're not, unfortunately.
They're not. Okay.
Everything else
So
basically
everything else is basically is?
from here and up is out.
Okay.
They're
Those
within.
guys in.
They're doesn't matter. They're within, but
They're within, they're with doesn't matter. What a line. Just completely ignoring your little guys, just saying they don't matter. That's harsh.
they're action monkeys, essentially.
Oh, for sure. Makes sense. I probably try. You have a lot of stuff in the middle, which is a bit of a pain. Yeah, so we'll give guide to the Haywire bikes. 4-man. See what happens here. It's not a 1, so we get guide on them.
Yeah.
Great. So that gives me a little bit of
Just rerolls hits everything, right?
reroll hits. It's not great on this into what you
Of course,
have.
yes. We've been through this a dozen times. It's like Tyranids are like almost the bane of your existence.
Yeah, I hate playing against Tyranids just because they're
because you're not as busted.
they're my abilities don't work quite as well against them. The things that I'm good at don't work quite as well against them.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 inches that way, and then 7 inches I can still get on that objective, and then I can put a Melta downwind somewhere if I do it this way. So back of his base is just going to come over to here just to get my Melta within 18 inches of some of those guys, and then these guys are just going to walk through this wall.
That's the Melta, or is that like a D cannon?
It's an 8. It's like
Because
it's Melta 3. What is the thing called actually in their rules?
Yeah, because it looks more like a D weapon for the Wraith Guard.
It's 18 inches, D6 damage, Melta 3, I think, something like that. AP 4, Strength 8. So it should light up those guys fairly easily. Then the question is, what do I do about either push into the middle and try to lift a whole bunch of that stuff, or do I try to push over here and try to lift this? The thing is, you have 2 CP to burn to
3.
give you. You have 3 CP, right?
And a free one for him.
Which will actually just reduce the 2 CP one down to 1 CP,
Yeah.
which is still really good, but it's going to give you a limit on, like you've got 3 bugs on objectives in the open. So something's, yeah?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
You're done moving that unit, or?
Yeah, that unit's done. You gonna overwatch them? You got 1 guy to overwatch them?
Yeah, I could, because it's actually, no, if there's multiple guys in, it's not worth it. Screw it. Continue. They're done.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah. My original plan was come down this way and shoot here, but you've moved a couple of these guys out of the way. So that makes that less interesting. 12 inches down this way. So we're just gonna move these red bikes just
Outside of 12.
12, just outside of there, but can easily see downwind that way.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna move.
I'm using this to mark his ability.
Oh, sure, no problem.
So when he uses it, I'll take it off. I'll put it next to
Sounds
my.
good.
I'll put it next to these.
Back of his base. So I could just push this guy straight onto the objective here. Gene Stealer's being set up there is interesting. So I think what I do with this is I have to blitz the Solitaire and try to get him across past the Flamers. If you put one Flamer into him with a 3-up invuln, D6 plus 1 shots,
Shouldn't be that
it's
bad.
not that concerning. I do have Fate dice. So we're going to blitz the Solitaire, see where I can get him. Okay, cool, 24 inches.
Yeah, you're just gonna put him over here so he can't be overwatched anyway.
Essentially, yeah. And you don't have any guns, right? On that?
Them, no.
Yeah, cool. So, hey, Gene Stealer guys, how are you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
I feel like we've done this so many times already. Just Solitaire going after the Broodlord.
Just like, what's up, man? I got
Hi.
24 inches. How you doing?
Honestly, it's probably his only decent target he can go after, because anybody else, you'll just feed another Haruspex,
Yeah.
like you did last time.
I mean, that was me fishing for 1 damage on the unit.
And I just made all my
and
saves.
you just managed to make it all. It was really disappointing in a way for me. But, you know, that is what happens sometimes.
And then
That's okay.
and then he proceeded to heal 6 wounds after, so all your hard work went to almost nothing.
Yeah, that was a rough time.
But you still won that game. That's all that matters.
Did I?
Yeah,
I
you
can't
did.
remember.
No, you did.
Okay.
Because
I'll believe you.
No, because remember, it just got to the point where like turn 4.
Okay, well, that was a very fortunate blitz on the Solitaire's part, rolling boxcars to rip across the actual table. You could just see this guy just turn into a blur of like rainbow mist as the hollow projectors and the scattering of just little bits of light just whipping across the actual streets of this L town. So the Solitaire will probably, believe it or not, rip through the entire unit of Gene Stealers. Really good odds of him doing that, actually. I'm going to check to see if there's any strats where that maybe they can get a strike first, but I don't believe they got that. That's a real bit of tough luck for the Tyranid player. Easily, if he had just rolled average, that would have been like, what, 5 inches less? That would, oh God, what a bit of bad luck. On the upside, you Elder players out there could celebrate, because that is meat's back on the menu, boys. That is for sure. All right, so the Elder player feeling the pressure on the middle of the board. Again, he put a nice amount of meat in the center. It looks like he's actually going to adjust for the middle. He's committing something to there. Now, he's got the ability to fire and fade, but that's only going to be on 1 unit, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I'll double check that, but I guess why is he going in so close with those bikes toward the center? So he must be thinking of firing, fading right there. The Warwalkers are just going to pop out and light up another big bug, probably or possibly some pyrovores. He has to be careful of Overwatch, that's for sure, but it's only one of them that's going to be in range. Should be able to take the hit. Warwalkers aren't super delicate. Interesting thoughts. I don't think he's actually going to planning on adjusting for the middle, but we'll find out in a sec.
And hedge my bets and put a whole bunch of stuff over there. I wish these bikes had made it a little bit further. I messed up some of my idea with the bikes. They should have just put them more forward. A little bit of a dilemma here.
It's the turn that never ends.
Sorry, man. You've made a good number of interesting spots here. Oh, I can probably see you through this window, actually.
Who?
This guy's taller than the window over here?
Who?
This guy.
Should be. WYSIWYG.
So I can probably just walk into this,
Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue.
take shots, and this way.
Because remember, it's WYSIWYG.
Yeah.
It's true line of sight. Like if he could see over the window and shoot while being wholly within it, he's good.
Yeah. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk these Warwalkers into here.
As in their name and titles.
Yep. And we're just gonna be able to see divided shots kind of idea here. And then the question is, do I sacrifice these bikes? Let me go 10. Actually, 4 inches would get me there. So I could put 4 OC on there. I wouldn't take it from you right away, as we were talking before. But it does make that game interesting. Okay, these bikes are just going to slide over this way, so I can see either. Whoops! There goes everything.
Good job.
Yep. So I want to see this guy and that guy basically with these bikes.
So you have options at least.
So I have options to shoot.
Perfect. One's facing front, one's facing back.
Absolutely.
All right.
And then, because 24 inches goes all the way up to that wall there.
Yeah.
And then these guys are just going to probably they won't be able to see as much. They'll be able to just mostly see this way.
I just find it funny how like my army is just so much more massive than yours, but it's just so much more simpler. It just moves stuff forward. Whereas in yours, like I have to think this lane, I have to think that lane, I have to think this.
Yeah,
what am I going to sacrifice? What can I do?
But doesn't that make the game interesting?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I don't mind. I don't mind being difficult but interesting. We're going to put. I kind of just want to poke his nose out again. Hedging bets on shots. This guy could just go over here and I could just try to lift a bunch of these guys over there. It doesn't mean that you could come charging in on him over here, which kind of defeats the purpose of planning that whole side out. I could go over there. I have 2 CP. I could fire and fade those guys. I could put these bikes in front of them. Let's do that. So what we're going to do, he's just going to be back a little bit, and then we're just going to move this bike back of his bike 14 inches just to jump onto that objective.
Just so you know, do you want like a double refresher on like the stratagems I have?
No, that's okay.
Because I have a couple that proc regeneration, but one's based in melee. If I destroy a unit in melee, one is if a unit dies within 6 inches of a harvester keyword unit, the harvester can regenerate.
Yeah, I know. So you'll be able to regenerate a whole bunch of wounds if you kill these guys.
Well, possibly.
Yep. So
that was nice. I always like it when players are being super polite and super clear with their actual rules. No little gotchas trying to avoid that whole entire situation to begin with. I'd like to welcome Gamer Paradise. Yo, right back at you. Inhuman 4, both armies look beautifully painted, and they indeed are. It's actually surprising how fast Remy can paint Tyranids when he's motivated. And then we'll see if we're getting a better beat on those Aeldari, but all those are hand-painted diamonds, which just look absolutely phenomenal. And then I'd like to welcome Mr. David Patton, 125 points for Horus Specs. This is James Workshop. Can't get away with this. Yeah, some would say 100% worth it. There's 3 of them. Yeah, I would say that is 100% worth it. It'll be interesting to see how many big bugs go down. Is there enough pop to actually rip 2 big beasties down? I think that's probably what he's aiming for. If he can kill 2 big bugs, that would be incredibly impressive. I think there's a bunch of fire and fade that's going to happen. Again, I'm pretty sure he could only do it on 1 unit, so he's definitely sacrificing a little bit by putting some stuff in position. He's using already 2 bikes in the center to basically move block. I just connected those dots. Sorry guys. I sometimes it takes a little bit for me to connect those dots. He's not trying to take that objective away from anything. He's just cramming those 2 bikes so those big bugs can't move any further on the Tyranid player's next turn. And because they're big bugs, they can't walk through walls. So they are pretty much jammed in there, and they just have one choice. But that's just fine. Rip through those bikes. Keep on shoveling coal in there. Those bikes are haywire bikes, and that is actually a big part of his tank busting repertoire. Now, when I say big, I mean as a collective. 2 bikes are obviously not the whole enchilada, so it's a little bit at a time. But next round, assuming, we'll see what happens, but next round, the Nids are going to be within munching range.
Did I use my reroll already?
Not to hit, because you hit with both of them.
Okay, that sustains. Wounding on force.
Yep.
Nothing. That guy whiffed. He is not a good pilot.
Gunner, you mean?
He's not a good gunner.
All right.
We're gonna put one Warwalker into this guy, I guess. So 2 big shots.
1 hit.
I'll reroll.
That's a lethal because he was targeted.
Yep.
So I'd get no cover, so it's a 6 up, right?
6 up. Yep.
Nope. D6 plus 2.
So it's 4.
He's done at 2.
Do I want to reroll that, or do I risk leaving that at 2? Oh, I hate this question. I could just Death Jester him.
Yeah, because he has dev wounds.
Yep. So Death Jester sustained his 3 into your Harspecs. Cool.
Oh my God.
So that'll go out. I'll use my Aeldari reroll on it. Why not? Okay, cool. Goes in. So
Sustained hits 3. Or is it 2?
So sustained his 3.
Yeah, because
and
he
then
does the
these are lethal.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to turn one of these into a 6.
Yeah, so he's going to die.
So he's going to die from 2 dev wounds.
He's going to die. Does he explode? Nope.
Okay. So that's Death Jester, 1 Warwalker. So I'm going to throw some dice down here. They're going to be the blue dice, which are not my wound counters. It's going to be that guy, this guy, and this Viper have all shots.
All right, fair.
We're going to shoot the next Viper into this fella. Any response?
You have still the big cannon, and you have a crap load of shuriken cannons.
I like how you switch from one swear word to another swear word.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So it's double bright lances, right?
Single bright lance from this guy into him, and then I have the double bright lance to go somewhere. So if you feel
from
him, then I'm going to do it to the other guy, and we're going to put. I think you're with an 18.
Go for it. I'm not doing anything.
We're going to put the 2 small shots into the other guy. So whoever you put the Feel No Pain on, I'll remove cover on the other guy, which is a wonderful thing. So on the guy closest to me, hits on a 3. Wounds on a 3.
Fails.
Aeldari reroll. Oh, damn.
And
still hit, so you remove cover.
On who? Him?
And then, yeah.
All right, go for it.
Because you didn't use...
And then the shuriken cannon onto the other one?
Yeah. Nothing.
Is it... Oh, it's a shuriken catapult.
Shuriken catapult. Yep. Okay, so he's done. Warwalker's going to shoot the... Do I use the bikes? We're going to shoot the 4-man bikes with the guide into the one guy over there. 2,
Go for it.
6, 8.
So he still has cover stripped on him, right?
Yes.
All right, fair.
But these are just fishing for 6s. So he's hit on 3s with guide for re-rolling these 3. Oh, sorry, Lionel. Not that time. So these go out.
Winning on
now,
6s.
Those 6s that I had before I now need. 1 6, Aeldari reroll. 2 6s. That's 6.
6 wounds?
6 dev wounds. I'm starting to bump his camera. I'm going to get screamed at next. Lionel! It was him!
So he's at 8 wounds.
Okay. So they've shot. We're going to shoot the 2 Haywire bikes in the back.
Onto
the guy that's wounded. So hitting on 3s. Aeldari reroll. That's a 1. Wounding on 6s. Aeldari reroll. Come on, spinning dice. That's a 1. Wrong way. We're going to shoot the 2 closest bikes now.
At him.
At him. Hitting on 3s. Aeldari reroll. Fishing for 6s again. This is why I split the bikes to fish. 3 more dev wounds. That's 6.
Oh, I thought you were...
There's the other Haywire. So these Haywire bikes shot first. These Haywire bikes shot second.
All right. So these are on 5. He's on 5 wounds.
That was 3 damage.
Yeah, so he was at 8.
He took 9, right?
Oh, right, 9, right.
3, 3, 3.
All right, so he's at 9.
5?
Yeah, 5 wounds.
Cool.
My bad.
I did shoot this Warwalker as well. He's
both
done,
the
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll hold this.
So
you do
they
have flamers. Yeah,
Yeah.
they fought. All the bikes have fought. Fired off their shots. We have
this side now.
that side, and we still have these bikes over here.
Which haven't shot yet.
And I still have the transport, which hasn't shot either. So we're going to shoot the transport. No, the transport can hedge bets a little bit here, because I can either shoot this 3-man or I can shoot that 3-man from that. So we're going to come over to here. We're going to take the shots that I can see the least of. So we're going to take this Void Weaver, and we're going to take shots into these guys, figuring I can't kill enough of them to... No, we're going to shoot the front bikes These guys will be the closest, I believe, so we're going to shoot.
Yep.
them
Visible, anyways,
Yeah,
because this
visible.
guy's out. All right.
Yeah,
When you
1,
do
2,
that,
3.
I'll use his ability and 1 CP to proc Arbalete of Carpus on them, so they have a 4-up Feel No Pain. These guys.
Don't think, oh, because they're on the objective.
They're on the objective, and I still control it because I still have more bodies on it than you.
Yes. Okay. Oh, then you're closest and on an objective, so I get reroll all hit rolls in.
That's fine.
Okay, so hitting on 3s, rerolling everything.
If only they had stealth, though. That would have been pretty nice.
Yeah.
But you sustained once.
No
Wait, did you?
6s. Nope.
No, really? All
Yep.
right.
Then wounding on 4s, rerolling
Yep.
1 die. Just roll this. So 1, 2, 3 saves at
How's it going,
AP1.
man? AP1, but I get
You've
cover,
covered.
no?
Yep.
Yep.
So normal saves.
3-up armor.
Great.
All
Great.
made.
Okay. So now, who else can I see from here? So now we need to draw a line. Who can this see? I can see his tail, and I can see those monsters over on the far side. Now you give them a Feel No Pain. They're less interesting to shoot at. But they're also the only things that are 6 wounds.
They're 5 wounds.
It's 5 wounds, sorry. They're T6, I mean. You do have some warriors.
Their
over
toughness
here.
8.
Yeah, but those warriors back there are T5.
Yeah, but they have stealth and cover.
Yeah. But they're better than shooting at cover for Feel No Pain.
Fair.
Guys, I think. This is the problem. He can't only see the T7 guys or the T6 guys with the Fort Feel No Pain. So we're going to shoot him into the Fort Feel No Pain guys, I think.
All guns or?
All guns. Yeah, because either that or I shoot the guys in the back and you can regenerate.
I love that Tyranid strat. But just so you know, just to remind everyone one more time, it only works on infantry. It's why he didn't use it on the big bugs. This type of, I guess, sub formation loves infantry. But it's hard to say no to 125-point Horus Pexes.
Still, I'll spend that to command reroll 1.
Okay, down to 1 CP for you. Okay.
Still fail.
Good. Spend.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 Feel No Pain saves. 1, 2.
Take 3.
I take 3 wounds.
That's a really high save.
Yep.
Then this will be onto the rest of the shuriken cannons onto you.
Everything but 1.
And then
And winning on 4s.
with a single reroll. So
2.
2. At AP1 cover, so 3s.
1 made. 2 made.
Okay. Unfortunate that there's only so many things I can see from that angle. We're going to shoot. I don't think he can see too many guys either.
So you did 3 wounds to
3
him, right?
wounds. Yep. We're going to shoot the.
So 2 wounds or 3 you did to him?
It was 3.
Okay, so
You
he's
failed
down to
3.
2 wounds.
Yeah, 2 wounds remaining.
All right.
Now you could heal either D3 or a whole model back, right?
D3 wounds off a model, or if it's an infantry model, I can bring back a whole model.
Yeah, so killing that guy would only matter if I can kill more than him.
Yeah.
So,
It's either you have to kill the whole unit or nothing, essentially.
yeah.
Because, yeah.
So one of the questions will be my melt, which I have to go look up because I forget how that... I play with this guy, but he rarely gets a shot off. Yeah, so 18 inches, 1 shot, hitting on 3, strength 8, AP 4, D6 plus 1. So it doesn't have Melta. That's so fine. Corsair Blaster is technically what it is. Well, I really want to kill the guy with 5 wounds remaining somehow. That would be an excellent choice. So, and that Melta can't reach anything else. Giving you some extra... Giving you a way to resurrect these guys is not going to be great, so I don't really want to shoot them if I can't... If I have to deal with the 5 wound guy. Shooting downwind this way, again, won't do a great deal. You've done an interesting thing in a way here, with that guy on 5 wounds. 'Cause my 4 damage guns are unhappy, and I don't want to charge you and leave you with 1 guy. So I think I'll take the Void Weaver and put everything into the 5 wound guy.
This guy?
Yep.
All right, go for it.
So 2 big shots, hitting on 3s.
He'll get cover regardless because he's within 6 inches of the Venom Thrope.
I removed his cover.
Oh, right, yeah. 1 hit, winning on 3s. Failed, reroll.
Frick. Good. AP3, no cover, so 6s.
Come on, baby. Oh!
Yeah, roll it back over. So
Damn it.
And then the Shuriken Cannons.
So he's at 1 wound.
Yeah, so he's hit on 3. I've used all my rerolls here. So hitting on 3s, the 6 explodes. Wounding on 5s.
1.
1. AP1, no cover, so 1 4 up. Takes 2.
dies.
He dies.
Does he blow up? Nope.
That Shuriken Cannon into him was meaningful. More meaningful than I thought.
Yep. Hold up. I have 1 CP.
Yep.
You have no more shooting, right?
So I have him,
But that's about it.
and I have the transport, and then I have these green bikes, because I always have more shooting, man.
Of course.
This list enjoys its shooting.
All right. He just dies.
Yes. Ha 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 ha. Dead. We're going to take this guy, and we're going to put him into your tail. Because I don't want to heal your other guys.
Okay, 2 big bugs down. I don't think the Tyranid player should be too heartbroken about that. It would have been really lucky if he actually didn't have 2 bugs die. So far, so good. If a 3rd big bug dies, that's where you're like, uh-oh, that did not go well at all. But I don't think right now he has enough gas in the tank to actually take down anything, do any more meaningful damage. So 2 big bugs down is, I think, a fair exchange for board position being where he needs to be. You see what I mean by the Warriors, though. I had mentioned it before that those Warriors in the L, he wanted it to keep it as a secondary hammer. And I was like, yeah, I guess keep it as a secondary hammer. I suppose you don't want to be too exposed. But look at what's happening right now. There's just not enough firepower to deal with everything. If those Warriors, yes, granted, if they were out in the open, would they have absorbed all the shots? What do you think? What would he have done? Would he have shot everything at that? Well, does that mean now he doesn't pick up 2 of the big bugs? Warriors, though, are way more valuable, but they are infantry. Those guys could have had a blade of Feel No Pains out in the open. How hard would it have been to remove all those Warriors? How much damage would that unit have soaked? Do you think that maybe it would have absorbed more than half, 75% of the Eldar firepower? Yes, they would have died. But would that have been a win? I don't know. I like to welcome Sickly Deer to the chat. It's the problem with the horror specs is lack of invuln, feel no pain. They kind of go down quick. You're not wrong, but at 120 some odd points, that's fine. I think those are fair exchanges. He lost around 250 points worth of his army. I'm not saying that's not nothing, but that's a fair exchange for, again, board positioning and everything else. And those things are absolute pigs in combat. Granted, we're not going to see at least 2 of them not get into combat, but that is fine. All right. Let's get back to the game and see what hatches now.
Yeah.
Do I get cover?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So how many? 1 or 2?
There's 3.
3?
All 3 of those.
Is that all 3 of them?
Then I have 18 underslung guns.
One
One
passed.
One
so
passed.
2 die.
The other dies. Okay. What's wrong?
Do we keep moving the dice?
My face. Sorry. I think the problem is that because on this side, it's like...
Maybe it's because it's just so damn close to the thing.
Yeah, it's a...
I need a better camera.
I think if you flipped around to the other side, then at least the
No,
arm
it's just you
wouldn't
need
be
a boom arm, a bigger boom arm.
Absolutely. No one else has had this much problem. That's fine.
Whatever, man.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the last gun shooting, so I'm just
Oh my
looking up all
God,
these.
please end it.
So this is all the shots coming in for the underslung. So I used my hit reroll already. Did not use my wound reroll yet. That is a lot of misses for hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 3s, strength 5, AP 0, so 4 after all 18 shots. Jeez.
Yep.
Cool.
This is on to them still?
Yep.
AP?
0.
All right, so 5s.
Great.
Oh, look, 4 more die.
Great. And then do I want to spend my CP anywhere? I'm going to charge actually over there. I don't think I want to fire and fade anyone. I could fire and fade more bikes onto that objective potentially, just to try and take it from you. But I think that's
Is it at the end of the phase or after
end
the
of
unit
shooting
fight?
phase.
Oh, okay.
So Solitaire is going to charge into those guys. Gets an 11.
Oh my God, he's just bulleting across the table.
Yeah. Max rolls on something that really isn't as big of a deal as you would think it would be.
Anyways,
I'm gonna precision these shots as well.
Of course,
and
I'll use his ability, hypnotic gaze. So you're -1 to hit.
Okay, so hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
And then your strength or toughness 5, 4.
Toughness 5 or I think he's 5. Yeah,
Okay.
he's 5.
So hitting on 3s then with the hypnotic gaze, winning on 3s. I'm gonna precision them. Do you want me to roll them individually or?
Let's be real. How it's gonna work is we're just gonna roll until you're gonna do it in a way so that way everything's gonna prioritize on him. Any overkill, I just roll on them after.
Yeah. And I'm only engaged with just him, so if I kill him, then I won't be engaged in combat with you.
Huh? If you kill, wait.
Because I'm not within 1 inch of you. And
okay.
if I kill that model, then I won't be within 1 inch of you.
Okay. That's how it works?
Well, I only based him, and you can choose to fight if you've charged or if you're within 1 inch of an enemy, right?
Okay.
So if I kill all of the if you pull all the models that I'm within 1 inch of, then you won't be within 1 inch of
But
me
he's the
anymore.
only model that's technically within an inch. So if he dies, then
You won't get to fight.
I won't get to fight, period.
Yeah.
Cool.
So these hit on 3s now. I'll Eldar reroll this.
That sucks. Winning on 3s.
Makes up for the little gun shots over there.
Well, big deal.
This is a bigger deal. This is obviously a bigger deal. And then I'll take those out. I'll reroll this. That goes out. So 3, 6, 8 saves for me.
3, 6, 7, 8. First one, 2 damage each, right?
Yeah.
First, fails. Second, fails.
So it's 4 damage.
Third, lives. Hold on.
How many wounds does he have? 8?
6.
6? Okay, so he needs to fail 1 more. Okay.
Yep. Third. So, yeah, I
You got
rolled
5
3.
left. You rolled 3, failed 2, passed 1.
So
you got 5
next,
left.
4.
So he's dead.
I'm gonna. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Then the rest. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
There'll be 4 more.
So 4 is 5 ups involves. Now I rolled good.
Haha,
So one
that's
Gene Stealer
great.
dies.
That's great.
And him.
Yeah. Excellent.
And I can't do anything else.
Yeah. And then my Death Tester will get back in his transports. And I think we're just going to stay out of combat. So, because that way you don't get to stab me with a giant number of stabs. And if you want to charge me, cool.
Actually, hold up. I'm gonna do something. Actually, wait, no. No, I can't. They're not within 6. Because what I was gonna do, I was gonna use Reclaim Biomass. If they were within 6 inches, I could have, if a friendly unit was destroyed within 6 inches of him, they could regenerate a unit within 9 because of his aura. And you're like, cool, you kill 1, I'll regenerate a Gene Stealer, I'm within engagement range of you.
Yep.
Then he dies. But that's not the case now because stupid cheese like that.
Jeez. It's how Eldar work. Okay, so no prisoners, I maxed that out. And then engage on all fronts, I got 2 points for that for the 3 table quarters. I'm not going to do anything else sneaky, we're just going to do that. So we'll go on to your turn.
All right.
You get 1 CP, you're up to 2. I gain 1 CP, I'm up to 3.
Yep.
Burn
And
of Trust, you control 1 objective marker not within your home zone. And then you can choose a Guardian for that objective.
It's going to be the horror specs.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, it's going to be the horror specs.
Okay.
Since, my options are kind of limited now. Command phase, I'm going to regenerate. He's going to regenerate this unit, D3. The Harspex is...
I would have liked to have had those Pyrovores be the actual guard. Now, why am I saying that? The Horsepeck's got one job. The one job is to rip faces. Either absorb bullets or rip faces. He's not the guy you want to have just sitting around. Why the Pyrovores? Well, the Pyrovores have access to all those wonderful infantry strats that this formation has, and also have a range attack. So they can still be effective while holding an objective with all those turret weapons of theirs. The Horsepex is not the guy who holds objectives, is what I'm trying to say. No invuln, no feel no pain, no nothing. All it's got is claws in each one of his hands and a big giant heart, and all he wants to do is do hugs. He wants to share the love, not be stuck on guard duty. So how did that Eldar player turn go? I think it went great. He basically did the objective I was hoping he was going to do on his turn, which is kill 2 large bugs. Almost didn't, but did in the end. Softened up some stuff. Really liking this Tyranid formation. If you've not seen it before, this was the terror of ages past. And by ages, I guess I mean in the early days when the Codex came out. The actual Pyrovores regenerating back. Oh man, 9 of them were the thing at one point. But I actually like this mix of the large bugs and the Pyrovores. I think this is a nice healthy mix. Six Pyrovores definitely is not nothing. All right, so what's the Tyranid's objective for this round? The Tyranid objective for this round, well, he's got a bunch of things he's wanting to do. Mainly deleting those bikes at the bottom. Getting those Neurothorps, that little tiny unit that you see on the side, whip it around the edges, and starting to control that objective on the other side of that wall. That would be super nice. I want to see those Pyrovores move forward, light up those bikes, and charge that Viper-like clown car in the bottom right of your screen. On the top, that Solitaire is a giant pain in the ass. And he can't just leave him there. So if he walks around it and goes after that objective, that Solitaire is going to beeline toward his own home objective and be a massive pain. Unfortunately, those Gene Stealers are going to have to do something about that Solitaire. Now, the nice thing about those Pyrovores not being on guard duty does mean he does have an option of taking those Gene Stealers, moving toward that objective, and having the Pyrovores light up the Solitaire. That is an option. And not a terrible one. I just don't want... I wanted the Pyrovores to be in a better spot, not tucked at the far... I wanted to push forward and actually start deleting some bikes is where I would have loved to have done. It's not that Solitaire is not nothing. It's just a tiny model that's just a thorn in the side. I suppose you could send a Hive Tyrant at it. It's already blitzed, so it's already done all its attacks. I'd rather have those Pyrovores go after some bikes is what I'd rather do. If they're not on guard duty, they are free to roam. So that's cool. So that's an upside. Delete some stuff is what I would love to see. And then maybe have the Hive Tyrant move toward the top left objective. He's got to be careful, though. I mean, he's still got to be within striking distance. There's still an awful amount of firepower left in the Eldar army, obviously. He hasn't really taken many casualties. The Warriors are coming out to play, which is great. Hopefully those Warriors will absolutely punk those Warwalkers. Maybe pop that Viper. Overall, I think the round went really well for the Eldar player, and I think it's going just fine for the Tyranid player. His goal is to delete those War Walkers, delete probably 2 units of bikes, and maybe even a Viper. We'll see what happens.
Like no. You're Tyranids.
Right. Select missions.
Engage. That's good.
Area
There
denial.
So just kill the bikes.
Yeah, fair.
Done.
And engage on all fronts, which I can do, actually, fairly
Yeah,
well.
getting to my quadrant will be difficult.
But it's plausible
That's
because I have the Biovore.
Yeah.
All right.
It's silly the thing counts.
Yeah. All right. The Solitaire needs to die, but he's
Cool.
probably going to take like half the unit down with him before anything.
I mean, you can charge him. He fights first. But
I know.
He only has 9 attacks now, so he can't kill the unit.
Yeah, but the thing is, he could still wipe out most of them to the point of
I can get
irrelevancy.
maybe half of them, yeah. It's true.
You know what? Screw him. I'm going this way.
Jump on the objective.
Oh, right, yeah. Because you have bullcrap.
Oh, how much shuriken cannons there?
Yeah, that's why the
Yeah.
rerolls.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be off the objective.
And not within 1 inch of him. And within 2 inches of 2 guys. And you can move that far. You're just noticing you're not measuring any of that.
No, I'm right here.
Yeah.
8 inches here. 8 inches here. And then these guys are just going to conga line like right behind here. Is that okay?
Seems fine.
Just want to be sure.
Thank you.
All right. Zoanthropes are going to move and advance up.
Ooh, very nice.
They're going to move right
Just
up
into
here.
the wall.
Doing the usual. Well, the thing is, you don't have any infantry that can move through, but they're going to do the trick where you can't
Be within an inch.
be within an inch.
My Solitaire could get in there, because he's got a base smaller than an inch.
Yeah, but you're gonna be eating Overwatch through them because there's no way.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could come back behind there and then just make a giant
You
charge.
have this unit to deal with as well.
Oh, sure. That's fair. I'm also lone op.
Yeah.
And you have 12-inch guns, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
You do what you want. I'm just letting you know that a Solitaire can squeeze his way in. So can a Death Jester.
Well,
But-
12 inches. He can't advance and charge anymore because
he can't advance and charge. He can't blitz and charge.
Huh?
But he can advance and charge. He can't blitz and charge.
Oh, well, the blitz is essentially an advance anyway.
Yes, it's just an extra d6.
Oh, but the blitz is just.
A blitz. The blitz is an extra d6 on the advance, and then he charges.
Yeah, but he doesn't have base advance and charge.
He does have base advance and charge.
So
So he can go 12 plus advance and then make a charge.
I'll take my chances.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. These guys are gonna move.
Jump on that objective.
Yep, 6 inches. 6 inches. 6 inches. Do they have 3 wounds or 2 wounds each?
3 wounds. One for each guy, one for the bike. Same kind of style. So the Harlequin bikes, 3 wounds. The Wind Riders with 1 guy, 2 wounds.
Yeah.
It's the easy way to do the math on the army.
All right. Yeah, they're
Do you
gonna
have 2 OC on there now?
2 OC. Yeah. And these guys are gonna move in advance.
Okay. They have 1 OC?
They have 1 OC.
Okay.
They're just Griblies.
Great.
Actually, you know what? They're just gonna move up normally,
Okay.
6 inches. Go, my pretties.
Then make a charge or something?
Why not?
Okay. That's cool.
Ooh, I'm not a fan of that move. Why? I would have loved for them to be on the other side of the wall, touching the objective, and just be a guard. There's nothing. So a big, huge play you do in 40K is take an insignificant unit that's worth very little amount of points and make it important to your opponent. If he stuck that little tiny inexpensive unit on the other side of that wall and it could potentially trigger guard for the next following turn, whatever he sends, because he has to send something because he doesn't want that to happen, whatever he sends to take care of that unit, it's going to be more points. There's no value in sending that unit on an assault mission. It's not going to do anything. Gak. Well, it is what it is. Also, that Solitaire, oh my gosh, that Solitaire is going to come and bite him in the butt in the later turns of this game. You can't have this 25mm model that can advance and charge just in your backfield. You just can't. So either you were going to send the Gene Stealers toward that objective on the top left and send the Pyrovores to maybe take care of some business with some shots, or you send in the Gene Stealers in there. Hopefully they tag him, and if they don't, tie him up so that he can't be a thorn. Right now he did neither, so that Solitaire is like going, everyone's left me. And I see an opponent's home base and support heroes and characters. I'm in their backfield. And apparently it doesn't matter. He doesn't mind me being in his backfield. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a mistake for certain. And now that mistake is going to be even more so. So that Solitaire right now is going to advance and charge, and he will beeline toward those Zoanthropes if he is still alive. Now, Remy could still recover from this. He could actually assault the Solitaire with those Gene Stealers. He could change his mind. Maybe he'll realize that. So, hope is not lost. But those Zoanthropes are in the danger zone. They just are. To that Solitaire. Gak. All right. Let's see what happens, and hopefully he does something about that Solitaire.
Grab that 12-inch again.
Actually, you know what? I'll shoot it at him.
Okay.
I'll shoot at him. His tongue, grasping tongue.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Hits. Strength 6, wounding on 4s. AP 2, damage
Involved.
D6 plus 1. Nothing. Wait, did I roll? I rolled a 6, right? Because he has lethals.
I wasn't looking at your roll.
I don't know either, so I'm just going to assume that I missed it. But yeah, because he has lethal.
I was
he
checking
has
auras, so sorry.
It's his aura, but I'm not going to. I failed, so I'm not going to. I have to pay more attention to this sort of stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, I'd been checking the aura to see if I could auto pass it with a 1.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Yeah. Zoanthropes. Let's just do this. Get it over with. 6 lances onto them.
They're all nicely within range.
Yep.
Damn. Is the back guy in range? Probably is.
There, and the last one is like right there.
So that goes to here, which is not.
So
in
5
range.
guys.
So 5 guys. So 5 shots. What's the
Hitting on
damage
3s.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on
2s. AP 3, damage D6 plus 1 each.
So you're wounding on 2s, you said? Because of strength 14.
12.
So this is where I could like pop smoke, because the only real shooting that you have that I think is interesting. So I think I'll spend 1 CP and pop smoke here.
All right. So stealth and cover. Well,
Yep.
you have 4 up invul. It doesn't matter. Or
It would matter if you had no AP.
yeah, fair. All right.
4
or at least AP 1. All right, but yeah, hitting on 4s. Oh,
Ooh.
look, 3 lethals
Very good.
and 2 hit. 4 wounds.
Very nice. So the first 3 here. So that'll be D6 plus 1, you said, right?
Yep.
You have 1 CP left. I could.
1 CP, and I have his ability still because I didn't use it yet.
Yeah.
I thought I could use it on them for reroll, but no.
Which then probably, so it's like a 50-50 to kill him. You can still shoot this guy, right?
Yeah.
Which is where this is kind of, like the math gets interesting in a way. Because I don't know what else you'd shoot that at, actually.
Him, I still have them.
Yeah. I do kind of want to try and keep it alive. So I'll pick up my 4 and auto pass that. So one fail.
So you'll let 1 fail go through?
Yeah. So it's 5 damage, so down to 1. Leaving it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
All right, shooting.
Still shooting. Yes.
Yep.
Who's next?
I'm gonna put 2 into him. I'm gonna put 2 into him, and I'm gonna put 1 into the bikes back there.
Okay.
So the two into the
It's the big vehicle? The
big
Void Weaver?
Void Weaver.
Yep. D6.
D6 plus 1 each.
Seven, so 9 shots.
9 shots.
Strength 5?
6.
Strength 6. Okay, so on 4s.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Winning on 4s with twin linked, no cover.
Yeah, you got him.
Yeah, 8
yeah.
saves at AP1.
Yeah. No cover, right? So 4
Yep.
pinballs. So he's dead. Does
he
he
blow up?
explode? He does explode.
I take 1, I'll
so
put it
kill
on
Gene
him.
Stealer. You'll put a couple guys down to 1.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna remove
Right.
this guy. So,
I need to use a washroom.
yep. That is not in there. So he'll take 1. One's there, and then he is in range as well. So we're down to 5. On that guy. And then that's that. Oh, shoot. I believe he was in range of this as well. No, he probably was out. Cool.
All right, Starweaver going down. How many resources did that thing actually absorb? It absorbed all the zoanthropes, which, to be fair, were positioned to only see that one thing. So I guess no choice but to shoot it there. The pyrovores that were in the center also allocated some shots. I believe he still has 1 pyrovore to resolve on some bikes. That's going to maybe take down a bike. We'll see what happens. But I was really hoping that the pyrovores were going to be able to take care of those bikes as well. And the zoanthropes are going to just remove the Starweaver. But c'est la vie. All right, so if you can now knock out 2 World Walkers, which shouldn't be an issue, and then wipe out those green bikes at the bottom right of your screen, that could be shaping up really well. And then delete some stuff in combat. So 2 more bikes in the center. Yeah, he knocked 1 bike off. Not a big whoop. Okay. We'll see where it ends up in the end.
Hey, pyrovores here. Are they all within 12 inches of the bike back there? Not all of them, only 2 of them. What I am going to do is I'll put 2 of them into them, and this one will put it into this unit.
Sorry, so these 2 guys into this?
Yes.
Okay.
Man, why just split fire? Just delete the bikes. Just kill them all. I know it's a bit of a longer charge, but get rid of those bikes. And then I bet you the money when you assault the actual war walkers with those warriors, you'll be able to tag the other Starweaver anyway. All right, well, we'll see what happens.
6 in total. Please fail all of them.
I'd rather not, but who knows? I fail 3.
Half average.
How the dice work.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, next.
All right, and then the last one going into the bikers. 6 shots, 2, 4, 6. Wounding on toughness 4, so 3s, twin linked.
I believe they just have a
So 5 saves, AP1, no cover.
which I believe is just their, so AP1. So 5 saves, AP1 no cover means they're 5 up invuln or 5 up normal, either way. So looking for 5s. Nothing so far. Save one. So one will die, and then one will be wounded.
To have 2 wounds left.
Yeah.
They have 3 wounds each, right?
Yes.
Pretty good.
So we'll just do that. You're coming back with the kills, man. And then you're
You
going to
could
charge still.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
I'm going to fire. He fired Hive Tyrant Venom Cannon.
Yep.
I cannot see your Void Weaver, can I?
I don't think so from here. He's behind the
Oh,
obscuring.
he's fully obscured, yeah.
Yeah.
He's fully obscured. He has nobody. Could he target that Void Weaver from here? He should.
From his cloth, from his thing sticking up, yeah.
Yeah.
From his big scythe thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I see him regardless. Even from the base, I'm
Okay.
good. So I'll put his shots into him.
Okay.
D3. 2.
Nice and average.
Hitting on 2s. It doesn't have stealth, right?
Nope.
All right. Hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
1 lethal and
Invuln.
yeah, go for it.
Damage?
3.
3? Okay, down to 3. Oh, sorry, down to 2 because he took damage from before.
Huzzah! All right. All right.
Chipping away.
Yep. Charges.
Yep.
I am going to charge Gene Stealers into your Corsairs here.
Yep.
I probably need like a 7.
Yeah, we can lift this up.
Yeah, sorry.
That'll make it a bit easier.
6.
That looks like a 7 to me. Here, we can grab something.
Yep. We have the technology. You have a 7-incher.
Where'd it go?
Also, you have the
Right behind me.
measure stick.
So, 7. Oops, sorry. 7.
Yeah, I need a
You need
7.
7.
All right. Gene Stealers, 7 on a charge.
Nope.
Failed. I'm going to use Hive Tyrant's Will of the Hive Mind to command reroll for free.
Okay.
Get new dice.
6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Ah.
Oh my god. And Hive Tyrant, Tyranid Warriors, they're going to do a charge onto your...
So your base is fairly large. You can put one here. So you put one there. You could put some over here. You could definitely put some over there. But I don't know if you can get more than one base in here, because that seems like it'd be closed off from the size of your base.
All right.
So I don't know what you want to charge.
I hope he multi-charges. Do a multi-charge into Warwalkers and the Viper, maybe. Or he just goes for the Warwalkers and piles into the Viper. We'll find out in a sec.
Yes. You know what? Let's do these little...
Grubblies?
Nah, no, I'm not going to risk it. Let's do these guys. They're going to do a double charge onto these guys.
Okay. So that looks pretty short. Probably like a 4 or something, you know?
Yeah.
What is this? 4 or 5. Yeah, that's a 3 to him. And a 4 to the other guy. So just don't roll 3.
10. Perfect.
There you go. Yeah, so this will block some of your movement.
Well, they're infantry. They can just move through.
I guess I'm just saying like your base won't be able to go here, and you won't be able to walk through these guys, but you can definitely put one guy on this side, and then wrap around here.
Yeah.
And then you just can't get within
1 inch of this guy, which
one
is
foot of
fine.
him. And you have to touch if you can.
Yeah, for
So-
sure. 2, 3.
Now, can he go there once I put this back down?
Yeah, should.
'Cause that'll be over his base. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he can't go there. Is what I'm. Here, let me do it this way.
Yeah.
Pick him up for a second. So that goes there, right? So go ahead. 'Cause I don't.
He should be able to fit there technically. It's just... Anyways, let me just move this guy here.
Okay.
Guns are in the way.
Yep. Here. There you go. Gone. Not in the way anymore.
This guy should be able to go here.
Yeah.
The gun can fit.
We'll put them on in a second. But he is within an inch of him now.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll move him back a bit.
Right, but you got to be outside of an inch of that way.
Yeah, he should be. Can you move your... I don't want... Your model's gun's there.
Okay, that's fine, man.
Sorry, it's just stuff in the way. Should be out there.
Sure. Okay.
All right. And then he's going to move here.
Okay.
And this guy can go 10 inches here and be within base space with a model that's in base to base.
Sure.
All right, so the only thing, potentially, this guy might be out, but unless I consolidate 3 inches and just engage him anyway,
Yep.
which is the plan anyway.
Cool. I'm not going to stay on anymore.
Yep.
Put them on later. Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Haruspec is going to charge. Lo and behold, he makes it. Oh no, he makes it.
Better than Gene Stealers.
Yeah. Well, he had an easier time.
Gene Stealers are a little in the open.
Yeah. They're going to go right here. All right.
He didn't really have to move that Horuspix all that much. He just needed to clip. That's a unit of 2. All the damage will carry through. I would have hugged the wall a little bit more, positioned the Horuspec to be a little more awkward. But let's face it, there's no way he's hiding that big giant thing anyway. So a clutch charge with the Warriors. Order of operations, I probably would have went with the Warriors first, just to make sure I had a reroll in my back pocket for that. I think that was a pretty important roll. Man, that solitaire being completely freed up is just absolutely terrible for the Tyranid player. Boy, is that going to be an issue next round. Ugh. Absolutely terrible. I'd be shocked, stunned, if he goes after those Gene Stealers with that solitaire. I am almost 100% certain he's going to beeline to those zoanthropes. And you know what? He'll be completely out of Overwatch as well, because he could hide behind the obscuring terrain. This is just... All right, well, let's focus on this turn for right now. The great news. The great news is he should delete both those bikes in the center. He should delete both those both those war walkers, and maybe knock out a Viper and then consolidate into that Star Weaver. The Pyrevores are still going to... Oh my gosh, he actually assaulted with the Gribblies. And blocked his own charge with the Gribblies. So he's saying, I do not want to charge with Pyrovores. Probably because Pyrovores are bad in combat. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. Are they bad in combat? I'll look up the stat, but how bad can they be? They're Tyranids. These are just bikes. I could tell you they got to be better than the little Gribblies that came at him that could have been performing an action or just scored on the other side of the wall and be awkward. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, well, we should see 2 Warwalkers, a dinged up Viper, and 2 bikes in the center dead. We saw Star Weaver go down. But that's still an awful lot of firepower that is really untouched. And a bunch of stuff that's still out of position. Luckily, those Warriors are going to be actually a really big threat. He has to do something about those Warriors. So that's something at least. Would have loved to have seen the Hive Tyrant with his bodyguard more aggressively used more aggressively positioned, but I don't think he had much of a choice in that matter. He was kind of locked up there. Oh, man. That solitaire. Oh, boy. All right, let's see what happens.
So, yeah. I'll put the one that's solo onto the Viper.
Okay, so this is where I decide, do I lightning fast reflexes. The Warwalker with, how much damage is each of these attacks?
1, but it's strength, they're all strength 6 with twin linked, and Prime with melee. The Tyranid Prime with melee is strength 7 with damage 2 weapons.
Yeah, so this is
Oh,
where
and
it's
also I'm going to, start of the fight phase, I'm going to make them, they have an ability at the start of the fight phase, basically the Blade Guard vet ability. Either reroll once to saves or reroll once to hit, which I'm going to do reroll once to hit.
Okay, so it's going to be like a whole pile of attacks into this, right?
Yeah.
How many attacks is it?
6 each. and 6 with sustained and lethals.
Yeah. So I think the Warwalker's probably dead no matter what I do, so I probably just spend 1 CP on the Viper to -1 to hit you on the Viper. So there we go.
All right. So hitting on 4s with reroll 1s to hit.
Yep.
Oh god! Jesus.
Okay.
This is reroll
Yep,
1s. Nothing.
Yep.
So 4 lethals.
Yep. So
and 4 hit.
Yep.
And strength 6. What's your
T6.
All right. So 4s with twin linked.
Man.
Wow. 8 saves at AP2 damage 1.
8 saves, so 5s. You might get this as well. Do I spend my last CP to try and save it? Probably not worth it at this point. So does it, whoops, does it explode? Nope. So it goes away.
Wow.
You got it. Real high quality shots, attacks there, man.
All right. I'm going to do the 6 attacks from the Tyranid Prime onto the Walker. He hits on 2s normally, so -1, so 3s.
Sure.
Oh wait, you did the -1 to him though, right?
Yeah. So,
okay, so these are hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s. All right, reroll 1s. All right, so everything hits. 1 sustained and 1 lethal.
Yep. So that'll just be that die.
Strength 7.
T7. So 4s.
Wounding. Yeah.
So 3.
3
Plus
4.
the 1.
Yep.
Oh.
So no, I wound on.
Oh, okay.
I'm wound on
Yeah.
4s.
So 5 total.
Yeah.
Invulns.
2 damage each.
Just kills him.
Jesus.
Yep. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. So he goes away. That's what your unit's supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
So
And then they're gonna pile in, and they're gonna tag the Void Weaver.
Okay. So I guess he just goes this way, or what do you want to do with the pile in? I'll let you do it. And then you can fight with your little gribbly guys.
Yeah. They're just gonna. I'm gonna.
Where was that guy?
Who?
Where was this guy?
He was right behind here.
Well, no, because that guy was right there. That guy was there. Where's this guy from?
He never. No, because he was.
Because this guy was in that hole. Oh, okay.
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 Anyways, so they're just gonna pile in.
Yep.
They're gonna pile in.
Yep.
And he moves, or no?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. They're all just gonna get cover.
Okay.
That's the whole idea.
Okay.
All right. Combat over here. 5 attacks.
Yep.
Hitting on 4s, wounding on 5. They're 4s and 5s.
Cool.
4 hit.
Yeah.
Strength 3. Actually, wait. They're within synapse, so they get +1 strength.
Okay.
So 4.
So it's strength. Yeah, 4s.
1. No AP. They're just dinky claws.
Takes it. Goes down to 1. Mm-hmm. Okay. And we swing back.
High respects has to
Oh, yeah.
fight.
Thank you.
3, 6, 7. I need a lot more dice than this. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my god, I just... oh my god, I keep forgetting to fire this freaking
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Oh my god. It could have net me 2 extra points. It's too late.
Whatever you want to do, man.
It's your call. Do you want to... It's just shooting a spore mine. It's worth points. I'll obviously give you a freebie if you forget everything, but I highly doubt that happens.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, man. It's just a fun game. I don't care.
Yeah. It's just shooting a
Do you want to hold yourself to it to penalize yourself and remember, like, have that penalty, or do you want to just say that was your intent and your intent was to shoot it, so you're going to put it there anyways?
I have engage in all fronts, and what was the other?
Engage and area denow. So you just got to kill the middle guy, and then you got area denow.
All right, you know what?
If your intent was to do it, whatever you want to do.
It was, but yeah, I'll penalize myself.
We can see if 2 points matter. We can put it on the side and see how close
it probably
the game
won't.
is.
Well, I say that, but then we had a lot of games that are very close.
The last game we played against was a 1 point difference.
Yeah, so
we can see.
No.
So
Anyways.
14 attacks from this.
And if worse comes to worse, I could just pitch it, and I could just get the CP anyway.
Well, you're guaranteed to get engaged on 3 quadrants anyway.
Yeah, but it's only 2 points. I would rather just pitch it and get a CP for the next turn because I burned through CP on this detachment a lot.
Okay.
All right, 14 attacks from his shoveling claw.
Okay.
Or from his
Ravaging shoveler?
his mouth.
Okay.
Anyways, hitting on 3s.
Okay.
11 hit.
Really good, man.
Nothing happens on 6s. That's a lot.
Okay, we're gonna assume he deletes those 2 bikes. Good on Remy to wear it with a bit of complaining, but he got there. I think he did the right thing. He definitely did the right thing. It's you know what, you make mistakes, you forget. I'm a big fan of. You know what the thing about intent? I hate when people use intent to cover for mistakes. That's the thing. It's all fine if you clearly state, really, really clear, I'm going to be doing this. Of course, you have a gun, you're going to want to use it, but that's forgetting to shoot it is you forgot, and that's just the way it is. And these are experienced players. So for those of you who are just kind of getting into 40K, even experienced players forget. There's a lot happening in a game of 40K. So much so, there's a lot to juggle, a lot of positioning, a lot of this and a lot of that. So again, good on Remy to actually just wear the mistake and just factor that in and not take it back. So those Gribblies were just sent there to tie up those bikes. I looked up the stats on the Pyrevores. The Pyrevores are actually pretty abysmal in combat. So good call on Remy. I thought they were at least I don't know, something. Strike 5. I mean, it's okay. Hitting on 4s, though, and no AP. So it wasn't going to do much. By far, much, much better to have them freed up and just have the ability to overwatch if necessary. So how did this turn go so far for Remy? I think pretty much he accomplished what he needed to do. I thought he was going to pop another Warwalker, but not the Viper. But he actually nailed the Viper and just missed on the Warwalker. So you know what? That's not bad. He's still engaged that Starweaver at the bottom there with the blue and white diamonds at the bottom of your screen. So that's good. So that takes away some choices. He's going to have to fall back and do nothing. Still, yeah, no, this is good. This is good. He now has a whole unit of warriors breathing down his neck. But on the upside, that Eldar player has a lone solitaire completely free in the back lines of his opponent. So we'll see what happens. Well, we'll see what that guy's going to be doing.
Actions, secret mission. What if it's in the core rule?
Up to a limit. Discarding cards. Some cards would begin when drawn, which deals immediate next steps included. Note that if a card is a secondary mission card, applies if you're using tactical missions. Actions.
Further rules?
I wonder if the guys are looking up whether or not he has the option to discard the card after scoring. Can he refuse the score? To my understanding, as soon as you complete the objective, you score it. I don't think you get an opportunity to discard for a CP. If any of you know different, let me know. The guys are just diving into the rules right now. We'll see what happens.
Run into this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually curious as well, like, because the price doesn't only engage when you score it. Actually, I just realized. Because you discard at the end.
They discard at the end, but then it says you score the cards.
If there are fewer, end of your turn. Yeah, so at the same time. So cool. So you discard it.
So if you're able
That's
to
cool.
score a secondary objective card, but you want to pitch it to get a CP, do you have the choice of either or are you forced to?
To my understanding, you score it.
Well, the thing it says that at the end of your turn, if you fulfill the conditions for it, you could score it, but at the same time, it also says at the end of your turn as well, you could ditch any one or more active cards.
They're both end of your turn things is the interesting part.
Is scoring an option? Does it say could?
This just says any battle round, end of your turn, and this says at the end of your turn you can discard one or more secondaries. So since they're both end of your turn, I mean, you can judge it.
To my understanding, it's not an option.
It's not
If you score it, you have to. But okay, so
Okay.
I'll score both.
So you got two there. You won't get any CP. And then so you'll up to 1 CP. I'll go 2 CP. Start of command phase stuff. Burden of Trust. I hold the one over there. Those will be my guards.
You have to, who's going to be the Burden of Trust? Those guys?
Over there, it's the Voice Guard in the back.
Voice Guard. All right.
I don't hold this, so I don't think I get to choose.
I'm going to do Shadows in the Warp anyway on your turn 2.
I was expecting that.
So
sounds like the right time. So okay, so we're gonna go around.
We're just gonna go this way.
Yeah. So Ranger bikes, be on 6s. That's good.
And also remember, if you're within their Synapse unit, if you're within Synapse range, you're -1, and also he adds a global -1 as well.
So if they're in Synapse range, okay, so that's still a 10.
You pass. Now it's your bike there. Your
So
Void
the Void Weaver has like a -2.
He has a -2.
Okay, so I need an 8. That's an 8.
Oh my god.
Warwalker needs an 8. That's
7.
A 7.
He fails.
He fails.
I bought Battle Shock token for you.
Oh, thank you. So he'll be failing. The interesting stuff, this stuff has a +1 now, because they're all within range of this.
Yeah. So it just cancels out the -1.
Okay, and then are any of those guys in range of?
They're not Synapse anymore because you
Okay.
killed the Broodlord.
Okay, so
he's only -1. He's only -1 because global.
Great. So the transport on +1, -1, so 5, so he's good. The 2-man bikes are good. The 4-man bikes are good. The
Your
Viper is good. The Warlord himself behind the wall is good because he's +1, -1. Oh no, wait.
He's leadership 6.
6, so he fails. So you can give him a token.
Yep. And also because he's the only model on the objective, you don't score that.
But you only score things in No Man's Land.
You only score in No Man's Land?
Yeah. So Burden of Trust, objective markers you control that are not within your deployment zone.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't matter.
Okay, fair.
The bikes, the red bikes, the Farseer, pass. I think I'm outside of 12 now of this aura. I'm pretty, oh yeah.
Yep, so your front bikes?
The 2-man bikes.
You're on...
Probably going to fit. Ooh, that's a 7. They have a
need-
6 normally. They needed a 7 because I'm
Yeah.
only 1 -1.
Him.
The Void Weaver. Also a 7.
Oh my god.
Ah ha ha ha.
And then these guys.
Yeah, so that matters because...
You can't auto pass it.
Oh, I can't?
No, because it's done. This is during your command step.
Okay. Cool. I'm
Oh
pretty
my
sure they have
God.
a 6 as well. I can double check that if you want.
All Eldar are leadership 6. I don't think there's anything on
and then
Eldar
the
that's...
Solitaire has a -1. He fails. Does he only has a 6? Because he's a hero character.
I thought he might be a 5. I wouldn't be surprised because he's a solitaire. They know they're being bound to Slaanesh when they die. So
Yeah. Leadership 6.
okay, so he fails. I'll
So
put a token.
I have
next
3
to him.
failures.
Yeah.
Which means now if he falls back, I have to do a check.
Desperate escape.
Desperate escape. Which is unfortunate because I really wanted to shoot him.
Well, you can still shoot while engaged in melee since he's a vehicle.
So I really want to shoot this unit of warriors. Do you know what I mean?
Oh right, yeah. But you're gonna have to sacrifice your Warwalker if you do.
Potentially. It's only on like 1 or 2?
It's a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, okay. Bring it down and recover assets. Recover assets is...
Objectives in No Man's... actions in No Man's Land, your your deployment zone,
Yeah,
and
I need
possible...
to keep it alive the whole time or whatever.
Yeah.
That, I don't have to do secondary battles. I only have to do 1 battle shock test, right? I don't have to do doubles if I
what?
if I was below half.
Who's below half?
That Void Weaver.
I think you do because this is now the battle shock. This is now the battle shock step.
Okay,
Because this was done.
but I don't have a -1 now.
No, this is just your regular.
So just 6. We're good. That's
Yeah.
a 7. Okay. So, do you want to risk him on a 1 or a 2 to put a lot of bullets into this because this is a mess over here? I don't want this to survive. And I can't fight my way out of it easily. I have to shoot my way really out of this because that's a mess. I'm kind of like, this is a problem and the Gene Stealers are a problem.
You can deal with you can deal with it all. You're fine.
Not if I don't fall back from this. You know, because I need these guns to shoot into here. I need.
But
to
you don't want to
charge.
just risk 1 in 3 chance of losing your Warwalker.
I don't want to, but I think I need to. Do you know what I mean? It's an unfortunate turn, that I don't want to deal with, but I don't see a better way around it. Kind of have to kill the Gene Stealers one way.
They're not
or
on the
other.
objective because I declared that they wouldn't be on it.
Yeah. The only question is, what do I do with my Solitaire over there? I could go and shove them into some of your guys on the back there. Really try to reduce the amount of bodies that you have. I hate risking the Warwalker, but I think I also have no choice. I hate how that Horsepex is this guy's just gonna come stomping into my lane in a minute. Damn. Okay, well, we're gonna cast Guide onto onto themselves. On 2 up.
6.
Good. So they're gonna get Guide on themselves.
So they just reroll no matter what, right?
Reroll, yeah. So I can put them over here and put a whole bunch of shots in this, because you're T5, I'm strength 6. I'll just have a lot of shots into that is the goal here.
All right.
These bikes are stuck in combat, which is unfortunate. I don't really care to fall them back, I think. If I did fall back, you could flamer me.
And also, he's still doing Burden of Trust, so just so you know. He's the one doing Burden of Trust.
Yeah. I think that is something I'm just going to have to let you have, because I think I have to try and kill more of everything else to make sure that I don't... Like, this needs to die, the Gene Stealers need to die, I can put my Solitaire in somewhere, and then anything else that I can kind of see is just bonus. How much OC do you have on here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 models.
6 models? Okay. So if I come over to here, and then I charge you... I mean, you could flamer my bikes... Oh, sorry, that's your measuring tape. If you'd like that. Yeah, you could flamer me over there. You'd have a whole bunch of D6 shots. You'd be wounding on 3s. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so we're going to spend 1 of my 2 CP to let my Void Weaver fall back, shoot, and charge.
How many wounds does he have?
He has 3 wounds.
All right.
And then, yeah, you'd probably want to try to flamer him this way to fish for 4 ups.
Question, because he's still technically an eligible target, if you declare that he moves, I can declare Overwatch on him. Can I
So
not?
right now he's not an eligible target because he's in combat.
Well, he is, because he's a vehicle.
Oh,
So if you declare to move him, I can elect to Overwatch him the moment you declare to move, no?
that's...
Because
yeah, I guess you can. Yeah.
you're an eligible target.
Yep. Yeah, you get 2 guys in range. Yep.
So
yeah,
he can fall back, shoot, and charge, right?
Yeah. So I think I declare that after he moves. So I guess I will spend the CP if you can Overwatch him first if you want to spend your CP, and then I will spend that CP after he moves.
Oh, but the thing is, they're going to be eating a lot of damage. But the thing is, if I don't have... Oh, wait. They're out of range. You know what? Yeah, I'll spend the CP. I'll fire
So
Overwatch
you're
on him.
up to 0 CP now.
I'm at 0 CP,
Okay, so you're firing Overwatch at this guy?
but he still has... All right, I'm going to fire 2d6 shots.
Yep.
Six, 10. 2, 3,
All
4,
on 4s.
6, 8, 10. Wounding on 4, strength 6,
Yep.
twin linked.
Yep, that's 5 so far. So 7?
7. AP1, no cover.
4, 7. Unfortunate. Okay, so here's the first 6. Yeah, he's going to be
3.
just dead. I'm going to spend 1 CP to fish. And then we're going to auto pass the last one. He'll be on 1 wound. And then we will spend the CP to let him fall back, shoot, and charge. So we'll be down to 1.
Oh my god.
Don't you love how Eldar play?
I hate that so much. I too would love guaranteed gimmicks like that.
The question is going to be, where do I slide him to that I can guarantee some interesting stuff?
Slide into the DMs.
Sorry, bump that guy. We're just going to move his 1 wound buttocks over here.
So you spent 1 to command reroll him, and then you spent 1 to make him fall back, shoot, and charge, right?
Yeah. So that's out of my CP. So we're both out of CP. My Warwalker is going to fall back.
On a 1/2, he dies.
Ah, excellent.
Damn.
Yeah, no, that was something that I was a little bit worried about. Just going to come back over to here. You got a guy on 1 wound?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to drive over you with these bikes.
Oh, because they cause mortal wound. They cause a mortal wound on a 4-up.
Yep. Sweeping Banes. So these guys are just going to follow their friend. I'm going to chuck some dice at you. 4 dice. 4 ups. 1, 2 mortal wounds.
So one dies.
One. Put one down.
And one's down to 2.
Great. We're just going to have...
Just so you know, they still have fight first, so if you do charge.
Great. These guys are going to do the same thing. We're just going to slide over there and then come back to here. So 2. 1 mortal, 1 mortal.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll take that one guy down to 1.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really want to charge you. I think we just have to throw a whole bunch of shots. I think I just have to make sure you die. If this round does nothing else other than kill a couple of your guys, that's okay.
Because we have 3 more turns after, which you can potentially clean up.
Yeah, exactly. So that's okay. This, and then I can strip your cover with the Viper. If I come to here, these bikes, well, we have no more CP, so you can't.
I have his ability for free, but I already used Overwatch, so.
That's, yeah.
Which, close call, but of course your shenanigans always.
My shenanigans!
I would have. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about it all in retrospect, of course, because hindsight being 2020. Would you have considered the Overwatch to potentially kill that bike or that Star Weaver that faded back, or would you have kept that 1 CP in your back pocket for a 4+ feel no pain on those warriors? Yeah, me too. I think I would have kept it for the 4 feel no pain. I mean, would it have been nice to scorch the Star Weaver? Sure. But even like best case scenario, let's just say it dies. I'm not saying it's not nothing. But man, are those warriors absolutely paramount. Like if that unit lived, even 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them, just cause an enormous amount of problems. Now they're going to get stripped to cover. They do not have a 4 feel no pain. Yeah, they're just going to feel the absolute fury. Look how much firepower he has to put into that unit, or what that unit is attracting at this moment. Is that not crazy? So let's reflect back on those last few rounds, and what I was saying is like, well, potentially using this offensively, how much with a 4 feel no pain would that unit have absorbed? Yeah, exactly. It's nuts, right? It would have soaked up so much of the army's firepower. Absolutely crazy. And he would have had 1-2 more big bugs, because I don't think he could have knocked out 2 big bugs, and handled that warrior unit. Yeah, it's again much easier to criticize when you're on the sidelines, folks, and then obviously reflecting on something from the past is also way easier. Much harder to actually play the game in that moment and make those decisions. So yeah, good job on everyone's part in general. I think the Aeldari player is identifying the correct target. Those warriors got to go down to the last man. That would be a big win for him.
Wounds. AP1, you have cover.
3s. Makes it.
Okay. Big shots.
Hits.
Hits. Wounds on a 2. Good. AP3, cover.
So 5s. Fails. It'll
Melts the heck out of one boy.
All right.
We're going to then put the first unit of Haywire into these guys. So hitting on 3s, we will reroll one of these. And then wounding on 5s, because you're T5, strength 3. Each 6 is just a dead guy, though. Let me reroll one of these. So 1 dead, 3 flat 3 dev wounds onto them.
And then the 2-man.
And then 2-man, yep.
All right.
So hitting on 3s, all hits. Wounding on 5s with the reroll. 1, AP1, no cover.
All right. 5s.
3 damage.
Yep.
Melts another one. While I can still see him, shoot this. Should have probably positioned these bikes a little bit differently. At least see some of that. I mispositioned some of this. I really just want to make sure that dies, though. The question is, do I... How is the character? What's the character like over here?
He has generally the same toughness except 6 wounds.
Okay.
Toughness 5, 4 up arm.
If he's not
4 up
leading a
armor.
unit, does he still fight first?
He has the enhancement. So if this bearer's unit, so the bearer's unit, so that includes himself. As long as he's alive in the unit, he gives them fight first. So are you thinking precision with the Death Jester?
No, I may have messed myself up that I pulled that vehicle too far back, and I might not be able to see if you pull. The question is, can I see him? Actually, sorry, keep him to that. From there to there, around that, yeah, I can see him from
The
this.
terrain's kind of like overextending from the base, so.
Sorry?
The terrain, it's kind of like over the edge.
Yeah, but then so either is over on that side or over on this side.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my original plan was to be able to see them all, but maybe I messed
Did you
it
want to
up.
shoot? You wanted to shoot everything into him, right?
Yeah, this was supposed to shoot into that, but it may have bumped him back just like a hair or something. But we're gonna shoot this next, and then we'll shoot some of this other stuff. So first the Farseer Skyrunner unit. So the spell, D6 shots, 1 shot, hits on a 3, strength 6, so wounds on a 3, wounds AP2, no cover.
All right. 6s. Makes it.
The Twiddling Thunderslung, guide,
hit.
wounds on a 5, AP1, no cover.
5s. Makes it.
3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the Shuriken hitting on 3s.
With 3 rolls.
Cool. So 4 go back in. And then wounding on 3s, AP1, no cover.
There's no point in slow rolling it. Because they all have the same save anyway. 4 up and yada yada.
Cool. Well, that goes out. So that is 7.
4, 5,
AP1.
6, 7.
Ooh, that.
Dies. 2, 4, and he's alive with 2 wounds.
Okay. So the transport will shoot.
Hold on.
Yep.
Yep. Dies, and
Alive on 2.
And alive at 2 wounds.
Okay, transport's gonna shoot him. Okay, this makes the question not matter now. So transport puts everything into him, hitting on 3s. 1 reroll. These will go out. That 2 will sustain. Wounding on 3s. 1 Whoops. 1 reroll. So 3 at AP1, no cover.
Hold on, let me see something. No, they're out of range. How many?
3 AP1, no cover.
3 more shuriken catapult.
Yeah, from the transport.
Oh, okay.
That's him.
Yeah, he dead.
Okay, great.
You just send him over.
Sure. That makes this question really easy. We're going to put this whole thing. I could put some big shots into your horror specs while you don't have any CP. I could put some. What we're going to do? We're going to keep these 2 as the head shots. We're going to come over here. So we're going to put the first 2 bikes into your Gene Stealers.
Hitting on 3s or rolling 1s.
Yeah. So 6 shots here, 3 from each bike. Oh, that's a lot of 3s.
So
I'll reroll the 1 and I'll reroll the Eldar. So that's 4 sustains, so that's going to come in with this. Toughness 4 or 5, so this will be winning on 3s with a single reroll, which will be this. Cool, so those will go out. So we 4 at AP 1.
4 at AP 1.
Give cover from some of these guys, so.
Yeah. They have their armor 5 anyway. It doesn't
So
really
5
matter.
up invuln.
5 up invuln. So 4?
Yeah.
All right.
So 3 dead.
3 die.
The Void Reaver is going to shoot his shots into them, so 2 big shots and then 6 little shots. So 2 big shots hitting on 3s. No Eldar reroll used for the hit. Winning on 2s. Also no Eldar rerolls, so invulns. 2 saves, invulns for me.
Makes them both.
Oh, okay. Now I'm glad I left my Solitaire there. He's going to need to do some work. So this is the Shuriken cannons on the Void Weaver. So that'll be 4 hits.
Winning on 3s.
And winning on 3s, 4 saves.
5 up.
Yep.
Makes
Ooh,
2.
good. Good, good, good.
Get out of here.
So Death Jester and the Void Weaver. Yeah, so Solitaire being able to charge over there is really handy. He might even not do enough. You got, what, 6 guys left there? 1, 2,
2, 4, 5.
5. Okay, so he
Could. If I spiked.
Yeah,
hitting on
depends.
2s, winning on 3s.
Yeah, so it's maybe.
Maybe.
It's iffy. So we have the Death Jester and this Void Weaver left. I would like to put all of it probably into these guys, I think. I should have moved these bikes further over, maybe. But I had to try and remove those guys.
But at least they're. Well, those bikes are exposed to shooting, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're gonna put this into them. So
they're stealth and covered, so. These are stealth and covered.
cool. I mean, I have no real other. There's no. I mean, I could shoot into the Harspecs and take a couple of wounds off the Harspecs. So that doesn't really do very much. I could shoot a bunch of it into the. Otherwise, the 24-inch guns have got to go there. The Death Jester can see him. So how many wounds does that guy have left? 3?
3.
So I could try to do.
But they're within 6 inches of them, so they'll have stealth and cover anyway.
So it doesn't make a difference. So the question is, do I want to split my fire? Maybe I could kill 1 or 2 of those guys, and then not enough of this. You could always just pull guys off differently so they can't hold that. So that doesn't make a difference. So I think I go with, I think I'll try and remove this. So I'll put 2 big shots down there, 6 little shots over here. So 2 big shots into your 3-man. That is wounded. Hitting on 3s. Come on.
Onto the big man?
No, the 3-man. 3-man.
3-man with the big gun?
Yeah.
All right,
So
both
2
hit.
hits.
Winning on
2s. Strength 12.
AP?
So AP 3.
so 5s.
Cover. So, yeah.
Both fail.
So 4 damage and 4 damage.
Yep, so kills a dude, and one will be down at 1.
Yeah, and then I've used all my rerolls here. So into the close guys, hitting on 4s. So just be 1 sustained. Wounding on 4s. 2 saves. AP 1. You have cover.
All right.
Of the thing.
Okay.
Go for it.
On them?
Yep.
AP?
1.
All right, so 3s. Makes it.
It's 2.
Oh, first one fails.
So 2 damage.
2 damage. I'll put it on this guy here.
Okay.
Wait, I have wound tokens. He has 3 wounds left.
Okay. We're going to do Death Jester sustain 3 into the 2-man over there, because I can see the one guy closer to me.
Which guy? To this one.
Bip.
Go for it.
So I can see through that.
Go for it.
Okay, so sustained hits 3.
Hitting on.
Hitting on 2s normally, now 3s.
Yep.
Do I want to fish that? Nah, it's fine. So those will be 6 shots.
Winning on 4s.
Winning on 4s. 6s are devs. I will
dev.
roll this. And they'll turn that into a 6. So it'll be 3 saves at AP 1.
3 saves at AP 1 with cover, so
Yep.
3s.
Okay, so 2, 2, and then 2 for the devs and 2 for the 1. So that'll kill the unit. Okay, so it's 2 go through for devs and 2 failed saves.
Yeah. So 1, and then
then 2 damage there, and then 4 deaths.
Yeah, so they're dead.
So they're dead.
Oh my god. It's so annoying. I hate your army so much.
He hates me! That's something, right?
That's a tough break. I am not 100% certain the actual Death Jester could actually spot that unit through that area of terrain between those 2 corners. That would have been something to laser if I was playing that game. And that cost them that unit. Now, I'm not playing the game, folks. These guys can police their own game at that point. I'm not going to teach them how to play or tell them how to play. So that is what that is. But from our over-the-top perspective, it doesn't look like he would have been able to draw a bead on that unit. I do not believe so. But anyway, that went well for him. Deleting that unit of Pyrovores is a big deal because those guys would be able to regenerate back. So that's a huge win. So he got rid of the Warrior unit. He got rid of a Pyrovore unit. That is huge. The Pyrovore unit was the unit I wasn't expecting him to lose, to be fair. Like I said, I didn't think it was actually in line of sight of anything, considering how hard he committed to that unit. Oh, he brought back a unit. Oh, he regenerates it one at a time. Holy cow, even if it's dead. Hot damn. That is pretty fantastic. That is pretty fantastic. This Tyranid army, I'm digging it.
3. Okay, so on 4s.
1.
Aeldari roll. So that's 1. AP 0.
Yep. Man, doesn't.
Okay.
I'll peel this guy off.
Okay, then the Solitaire, 3, 6, 9, attacks into your Gene Stealers, hitting on 2s, winning on 3s. Elder reroll on the 1. Okay, and then onto 3s. Just 1, 2. Okay, so that's all 9 on your inbox.
4, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1's alive.
Okay, he's gonna get back in his transport. You can fight me. Well, he's gonna get back in transport either way.
I'm gonna fight next with these little Griblies.
Okay.
I'm gonna put. I can only put 1 guy into them, right?
You can put 2 guys into him.
Well, they're not base to base, right? And I'm already base to. Oh,
he would be base to base with me because it's the hull.
Yeah.
And then he.
I'll put 2 into him.
Yeah, you can put 2 into him.
I'll put 2 Griblies into him.
Then 1 to the bike.
And 1 into the bike.
Sure.
So 2 hitting on 4s.
Yep.
1 hit.
Great.
Wounding on strength 4 because they're within synapse.
Okay.
Because
So
of
5s.
his ability. 5s.
Yep. C6.
Yep.
I do not want to lose this on a 4-up, so we'll just pick up the 6.
Oh my god. Worth it.
I'll attack twice here. I'll just put him on there. 2 attacks, hitting on 3s.
1 hit. 2 hit. Wounding on 4s.
Yep. 2 ones.
6s. Fails. 2 are. Alright.
Okay, and then you can. So you lost 5 Gene Stealers over there?
4.
4. Okay, so you got 1 left. Sorry,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. So you have to fight me over there.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just 1 Gene Stealer over here. I'm not within synapse anymore, but I'm still winning you on 3s anyway.
You could pull out of combat if you wanted to. I don't know why you would, but you could.
No, it's going to be my turn anyways. So.
Okay.
All right. All right. 4 attacks.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s. And I reroll. They reroll once to hit. You're not on the objective, so I don't reroll once to wound as well. So hitting on 2s.
Okay.
4 hit. Wounding on strength 4, so 3s.
Your dice. Good times.
They don't have dev wounds anymore because you killed the Broodlord.
Okay, so 3 ups. He dies, as per normal with the Solitaire.
Get that out of here.
That's the normal Solitaire way. Oh, he
Finally.
dies.
That is a lucky break. My goodness. Wow. So that was the one fly in the ointment for the Eldar turn, losing that Solitaire to that last Gene Stealer. Goodness gracious. Overall, though, he accomplished a heck of a mission. He took out all the warriors, plus the prime. He knocked out a unit of Pyrovores. I'm going to find out. I think that model was placed because he had forgotten a rule. I'll find out in a second. But no, that was a solid turn for Aeldar.
It's for my primary, but like I was trying to keep the CP to do some other stuff.
All right.
So a little rough, but you know.
All right. End of your turn, you score.
I scored nothing for prime.
They're doing Burden of Trust right now.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
So it's your turn. Turn 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we each get a CP. You hold the middle.
I hold the middle, and I got my Burden of Trust for an extra 2.
Yep. So 10. You want to do your secondaries?
Secondaries, I gain a CP.
Yes.
So I'm at 1.
CP. Yep.
We're both at 1, right?
Yep.
Select missions. Containment and Marked for Death.
Cool.
These aren't really good. Actually, it wouldn't be that bad because a lot of your stuff is in front of me. So for sure, one's going to be, it has to be models on the table, right?
So it'll be him, it'll be this 4 bikes, and it'll be this Warwalker.
Fair.
I was babbling. How did the Pyrovore come back?
Basically, I have the free command. I have his ability to use a strat for 0 CP. I use it to free command reroll and turn one of my failed saves into a successful one.
Got it. So you reverse time and space. Okay. Got
Sorry,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I was babbling, and all of a sudden, did he just regenerate?
No.
Somehow, midway
Yeah,
through his
sorry.
turn?
Absolutely did. Just cheating. That's how he's winning.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't say that, but it's. I just wanted to make sure.
He's
how he did
he's winning
it.
on score right now.
Yeah, doing good.
All right. Okay. Regeneration. Haruspex is going to regenerate Pyrovore.
Okay.
Pyrovore is going to regenerate a Gene Stealer.
Okay.
I'm going to put him right here, so he's within 6 inches of synapse of my guy. So at least I'll get 3d6. And I have their OC. Are they controlling that objective right
Yes,
now?
I have 4 OC. I have 6 OC on here. Sorry, there's bases on them. So I have 6 OC on there. Turn 3.
Okay. All right. So they're not within 9 inches of him, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But because I'm not controlling this objective anymore, I can't target him to regenerate. Synapse. I'm going to give Synapse to my Venomthrope and to the Pyro. I'm going to give Synapse to the... Actually, you know what? Hold on. 18 inches. I'll give Synapse to him.
To the him.
Actually... I have to clear this side out. I can deal with this. Anyways, yeah, I'll give Synapse to him, and I'll give Synapse...
Him being the Haruspex?
Haruspex. And I'll give... Actually, wait, hold on. Let me see the Gene Stealers. They're going to die anyway. It doesn't matter. I'll give Synapse to them, just to play it safe.
Okay.
All right. And Burden of Trust. I can only do it if I'm controlling the objective, right?
I believe so.
Do we have the cards here? Or did we throw it back into the deck?
I think Lionel ran off with them.
You bastard. All right. Let's assume that we can't.
I'm pretty sure you have to be on the objective to burden it.
Yeah.
It's not like you can wander away.
Here you go, guys.
I was going to put mine.
Burden of Trust.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you. Excluding Battle Shock that are within range of guarding an objective marker they control. Never mind.
Yeah, so if the Haruspex walks off, you'll lose your
Yeah.
Burden of Trust.
Okay, so Burden of Trust, it'll be the Haruspex again.
Okay.
And yeah, so your Marked with Death targets is your Warwalker, those guys.
And the way they burn the back.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Look, I'm not going to tell you that scoring isn't important, but hot dang, that Haruspex needs to stop being on guard duty. It's got a job, and its job is to ram itself into all those bikes at the bottom. Hot damn, forgo the 2 points or give the Burden of Trust to another unit. For the love of God. Just have the Haruspex do what it needs to do. Okay, What I would have liked to have seen in this turn is that Horspex dive into that cluster of bikes, probably smash the absolute living crap out of that last Star Weaver, remove the other Star Weaver as it's only on one wound left, to my understanding, with the Pyrovores. It could put one Pyrovore into the Star Weaver and the other two into the bikes, and just flame all that off. The Hive Tyrant is just so out of play right now. It needs to be more. It needs to do more. The Zoanthropes could probably take out that Viper in the bottom right of your screen quite easily. Or, no, go after that. Absolutely go after that. Just cut some angles. Maybe, heck, it might even be able to cut the crazy angle the Star Weaver did on those Pyrovores. So, God, I truly hope that Horspex goes hunting for some bikes. And I also hope that it gets backed up by the Hive Tyrant. It's time to play. That Hive Tyrant can't just be wallowing around in the middle of the board doing absolutely nothing. Yes, just handing out commands for free. That's nice. Oh, God. Why? Oh, he's swapping positions so that one dies instead of... It needs to be on the objective to leverage all its buffs, which is why Remy is kind of floating around there, which is why I thought they would have made a better Burden of Trust, not the Horspex. Okay, so what I wanted to see was the Horspex go down south toward the bottom of your screen, have the Hive Tyrant with his bodyguard also move down south to apply lots and lots of pressure, because there's still an enormous amount of firepower at the bottom of your screen there. But if that Horspex makes it into that cluster, that'd be a big win. Like popping that Star Weaver, popping those two little green bikes at the bottom would be great. Have that Horspex in their face so they have to deal with it, and then position the Hive Tyrant further down toward those other bikes so that it's like, well, you got to deal with me now too. I think he's trying to figure out where he wants to park those Zoanthropes. Man, oh man. All right, well, I babbled enough. Let's get back to the game, and let's see how this turn goes. What I want to see is basically 3 Star Weavers dead. That's what I would love to see. So the 3 Star Weavers are the ones with the diamonds on the canopy. All right, the one on the far right of your screen with the diamonds. The one that looks exactly like the one on the far right, but now it's at the closer to the far right. Far left of your screen, the one at the bottom, and the 2 at the bottom of your screen. How's that? Did that narrow it down? Was that clear enough? If all 3 of those were to go down, that would be a nice win. All right, we'll see what happens.
So a unit only counts for stuff when it dies, but the whole unit is marked, right? So when the 3 red bike, when the Wind Riders die, he is still marked as the unit. So I'm pretty sure that's FAQ that you have to kill the whole thing.
All right.
Still got a nice 3 inches on the advance.
Yeah. Only thing is where to advance them. Because they have a lot of haywire. I want to be in a position where I could at least still get shots in and deal as much damage as possible. They don't have an invul, right?
The Viper does not have an invuln, correct.
And then these guys is just 3 wounds each, right?
Correct.
I could pump shots into them. 8. 8. Oh, but that's so much shooting, even with a 4-up stealth. Even with the hitting on 4s, freaking death just.
Oh man, I want the horror spec to go south. I wanted the actual hive guard and tyrant to also advance south and then be backed by zoanthropes. Those are 3 exceptionally hard targets for him to deal with, and he would lose. He would struggle to deal with all that at this point in the game, I think. But the positioning matters. The Hive Tyrant and that Tyrant Guard can't just be parked there. They can't be. Oh, you're killing me. All right, what do you guys think? Am I completely off base here? What would you guys do any different? Would you guys, what would you prioritize is basically what it boils down to. Love to know.
From here.
Okay.
You're a big dude here.
Yep. Void Weaver.
Mm-hmm. Tyrant Guard are gonna move. His unit's gonna move.
Okay.
Neuro Tyrant is gonna move over here.
Okay.
Just to get line of sight 18 inches of both units.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Your ability to move is only for an infantry unit, right?
Yep.
Okay, so basically nothing's on the table other than them. But they're doing the Burden of Trust, so you don't really want to...
Yep.
Fair.
The guy on my home objective also could do it, but he's also battle shocked, so...
Can't be targeted anyway. All right. All right. Movement is... Movement is just about done.
Okay.
Shooting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, shooting. I'm gonna fire. I'm gonna fire all the Zoanthropes into. Haywire is so annoying. Plus, they're a melee threat. One, two, three, four. Yeah. I will fire for. One.
Guys, just a time warning. We have a 1 hour.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
All right.
Rami, stop thinking. Start moving.
Says you, the guy that takes an hour to finish turn 1.
I don't think it took that long.
Anyways,
We'll go watch the tape later. I've been sitting, waiting.
all right. I'm gonna fire. I'll fire this first. I'll fire 2 of them into the guy over there
Weaver?
and 1 into the bikes.
Okay.
So 2d6 onto your Void Weaver.
Yep.
7,
9.
8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Winning on force, twin linked. 4 plus 3, 7.
Okay.
AP1, no cover, onto your Void
Four
Weaver.
ups. It's dead. Explode. It's gone.
And then d6 onto your Viper unit. Or your, those guys. 4.
Oh yeah, there it is.
4.
Yeah.
Wounding on 3s.
Sorry, onto these guys you said,
Yeah.
right?
Twin linked.
So 3.
Mm-hmm.
5 ups. 2 go through. So kill 1, put 1 down to 2. Okay.
All right.
Next.
Neuro Tyrant will fire at the one that's alive.
Okay.
2d6 shots.
Yep.
9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wounding on 3s. 8, 7, 6 saves at AP1, damage 2, no cover.
6 saves, you said?
Yep, 6.
Okay. 5 ups.
Dead.
Go on. Okay. Next.
All right, shooting over here. I'm gonna fire the Hive Tyrant's Venom Cannon into your Void Weaver.
Okay.
D3 shots. 2. Hitting on 2s.
Okay.
Both hit. Wounding on strength 9, 3s.
Yep.
Both wound. AP 2, damage 3.
So one goes through, so that'll kill it. Says it explode. Whoops. On the damn camera again. Yep, so it's gone.
D6 shots, D6 plus 1 shots from the one Pyrovore here. 4 plus 1, so 5.
Yep.
Wounding on 3s, twin linked.
Mm-hmm.
All wound. AP 1, AP 1, no cover.
How many was it?
5.
Okay. Onto those bikes.
Onto the red bikes
Okay.
there.
So 4s. So 2 go through. So 1 damage each. So 1 guy dies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. All right. Zonthropes. Grasping. Haruspeck's grasping tongue is on.
So these are behind, so you can't target them. So it's too far
Can
away.
you target the vehicle here?
Can you see the vehicle? I don't think you can see that vehicle.
Well,
It's that line. So point to point. You see that this is going to touch this point. You see this is going to touch that point. So that doesn't. So that.
Okay. Yeah. You're good. You're
what I
right. You're
mean?
right. So there's nothing else you can shoot at. I moved them back anyway. That's the other thing.
Yep.
All right. Zonthropes.
Yep.
I am going to fire. 1, 2, 3. What? 1, 2. Could I? And you know what? I'll put 2 lances onto him, the
Okay.
Viper, and I'll put 2 warp blasts onto your squad of dudes there. These
How
are
much what is the warp blast?
strength 7, AP 2, D3 shots blast, damage D3.
So 2 D3 shots each.
2 D3 shots each.
Sure, go for it.
All right, the 2 D3s.
Yep.
3.
So 3 shots.
Wounding on hitting
these-
on hitting on 3s.
Hitting. Okay, there we go.
Sorry, hitting on 3s with lethals because they're still within 6 inches of him.
Okay.
All hit. Wounding on 3s.
Okay.
All wound. AP 2, damage D3.
Bones.
2 failed.
Through. Yep.
First one. The first one. 2, and the third will kill.
Kill one.
It's fine.
Just play.
All right.
Okay.
And Spore Mine is going to fire at the 2 lance shots into
yep.
the Viper.
Yep. 3s.
Both hit.
Yeah.
Wounding on strength 12.
So 3s. So 2s.
2s. Both wound. AP 3, damage D6 plus 1.
Okay, so that is AP3, no one 3 says cover, AP2, so 5s. So first one for a 5 up. So that'll be D6 plus 1. D6 plus 1. So we'll just turn this into a 6 with the farce here. So give me one shot.
D6 plus 1.
Yep. So
3.
3. Okay, down to 3.
All right.
Okay, next.
All right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 shots is done.
Okay.
All right. That is Biovore is gonna fire at. Oh God. Biovore is going to fire at. Oh, it clips like that. You know what? I'll try finishing this bike off. It only has 2 wounds, right? D3 shots overlap. One shot. Hits on 4s. +1 for heavy. -1.
Okay.
All right. Hits. Strength 6, AP 1, damage 2 with devastating wounds.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah, you're coming back.
Yep,
We can
he
finish
dies.
off fairly quick then.
All right, charges. Gene Stealers are going to charge those guys back there.
Yep.
4 inches.
I don't think that works. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yep.
Sorry. I missaw that. Cool.
All right.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Pile in. Or
Yep.
consult, pile in.
Yep.
For 8 attacks.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s, and I re-roll once to wound because you're on an objective.
Great.
Thank 7 hit.
Okay.
Wounding on 3s.
I would assume that comic goes really well for the Tyranid player. So, you know what? That turn went pretty awesome. He fell short of 1-star Reaver or Void Reaver, whatever you want to call him. I would have, again, loved to have seen that Horus Specs jamming in there with more ferocity. And definitely I would have liked the Hive Tyrant to have been in a better spot. I guess the upside is he did take out that Void Weaver, Star Weaver from the other side all by his lonesome. So that was a big bonus for sure. But Remy playing super well with primary right now, dominating that middle field. He's got all sorts of triangles. He's got 2 of them, in fact. This was to be expected, though. I didn't think the Eldar player was going to play for primary all that well. So you're feeling it. He has enough beef in the center in the form of Tyrant Guard to actually make it very, very difficult for him to remove it. Oh, man. How amazing would it have been if that Horus Specs was not on guard duty? But it is what it is. I think a solid turn for the Tyranids. I got to update the score in the next little bit, see if I don't think the Elder player's on any primaries. So he's out right now selecting his secondaries.
And character.
Okay. So we got a couple options, but not great options.
One's hard to kill, one other
This
is...
goes away. We'll just put it back on him on a 2-up. Okay, so it goes back on there. Yeah, so basically the Gene Stealer not dying there has ruined that whole side.
But you almost... the Solitaire did do, like, basically wiped out most of the unit.
What I'm saying is just looking at the game state, right? Because we're going to run out of time. 32 for you, 21 for me. We're going to play it this round. But what I'm saying is I can take this. You have enough CP now to do some Overwatch and keep him alive.
The thing is, you're at a point where you don't have enough fire to spread multiple fire, and most of your stuff is going to have to focus down singular targets unless you roll really hot on a first target.
Exactly. So we're definitely bleeding out on points here in this game. We're going to move this guy 9, and then we're going to move him 5. Would you like to Overwatch?
We'll finish moving.
Sure. You want to Overwatch?
Yeah. I'll spend the CP to fire Overwatch on him.
So there you go. Go for it.
3d6.
Yep. Hot rolls, man.
6, 12, 19.
It's 16, yeah, 19.
3, 6,
This could
9,
be the unit here.
12, 15, 18, 19. Wounding on 3s. Your toughness 4, right? Wounding on 3s.
Yep.
With twin lengths.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, this could very well be the... Yeah, your rolls have gone really well. Especially on these Pyrovores today. That's a
17 saves at AP1, no cover.
5, 7, 5, 10. Cool. These are 1 damage.
You
each.
have
4
spiked.
bombs. I haven't spiked in the areas that I needed to, which is a bit of the problem. So that is 1 bike. That is 2 bikes and 1 wound. I think I bumped that. That was a 4 before, I believe. Was it not? Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can beat up 1 wound. It won't make a difference.
1 wound. Yeah.
It won't make a difference because this is basically going to be over after this round.
Yeah.
Because I just won't have enough bodies to do stuff. We're also going to move. So this guy's going to go 3 inches. Oh my God, 3 inches just to the side, and then we're going to go. So I just have to come outside of an inch view over here. Yeah, I'm not enough guns now to kill that. He's got a whole bunch of wounds, right?
He has 10 wounds, and he's surrounded by 4 wound models.
Yeah, so but I could sniper him, but I don't have enough.
He'll have a 5-up feel no pain against it, and plus I can regenerate.
Yeah. Did I misclick this thing? Whoops.
What happened?
Oh no, sorry. I got defend strong assassinate. I discarded behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
So I don't have enough shooting power to really kill him or his units.
The most you'll do is you'll shoot them, you'll probably wipe them out, but then I have all this stuff to come out unless you make a big play over here to wipe out a lot of my ranged stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Which might be the kicker.
and I can't really. My problem is I can't really do enough. So if he goes 14 inches, that charge is still massive. Even if he was up against the wall, if I'd put him a bit better, place him better, he still would. I mean, that would have been okay charge. So I can't deal with this, unfortunately. I still have Defense Stronghold, so I may as well leave him here. We'll just slide him over there. Killing the Pyrovores off this stuff is interesting.
It's funny enough, like they're only strength 5 and 4 on melee, right?
I'm just gonna go a bit more close to there.
Go for it.
Sorry, strength 5. Sorry, which?
Your melee is strength 4 on your things,
These are strength
right?
5.
Oh, okay, fair. But they're tough to 6, so you're still winning on 5s.
Yeah, I'd potentially charge these in there. The Haywire pitch into that guy wasn't really going to do it, and I couldn't bring them far enough over to really affect that. So the tricks would be to try and force you to spend some CP in different areas. We're gonna move the Warwalker back over to here. We're gonna move the Death Jester's transport. This is just like me. There's
Scrounging up whatever you can.
Yeah, basically, because there's gonna be not enough stuff that I can shoot at here. The only way this would work is if I got over here to try and kill off the Gene Stealers, but I still need to be able to see these guys over here. 14 inches. Those Gene Stealers are 1 OC each?
They're 1 OC each.
Okay. So we're just going to put these bikes around here, and then we're going to fire and fade them onto that objective so he can't hold it.
Fair.
And then this guy can just basically chill out there. This will keep them within 24 inches there. Okay, so we're going to go on to shooting. We're going to put the one big shot from him into there.
Cool. I'll use his ability and 1 CP to give him 4 up, feel no pain.
Great. Hits on a 3.
Miss.
Reroll. Still 2. Okay, so burned your CP, so now I can shoot stuff with other things. We're going to shoot...
He has Shuriken to try and strip cover, or it doesn't matter?
No, I'm just ignoring him now. We're going to put these 2... No, you got 1 wound on that guy. And we've got 3 wounds over here. So we're going to put split stricken fire 3 shots.
You've used 2 CP this round, correct?
You
were overwatched and you just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I overwatched it.
So he'd be down to 1.
I use his ability to reduce it from 2 to 1.
So you got 1 left.
I have 1 left over.
Sweet.
So his ability procced.
Yep. Got it.
So we can put 3 shots here and then 3 shots here.
Go for it.
3 shots into the far one, hitting on 3s.
They're out of 6 inches, so they're not stealthed.
Great. Hit reroll used.
2 hit, winning on 4s. Nothing.
Nothing so far. Nothing. And then 3 over here. So 1 hit. That's how this game is going. No wounds. Cool. So
Toughness 6 is really good.
I think the Death Jester just has to pitch into that. So the Death Jester is going to sustain his 3 into the 2-man over there.
This one?
Yep, far guys. We're going to reroll this. So that'll be 3 hits. I could either flip one of these to a 6 and gets 3 extra shots.
Or you can guarantee dev wounds on 1 and the rest hopefully deal enough to deal with him.
That's what that's the get. That's
But the thing is, you also don't have sustain, so it could be you could flip one of them to a 6, or you at least get 3 extra shots, thus more chances of getting it.
That's the question. We're just going to guarantee the kill. So we will reroll this. We'll turn that into a 6. So 2 saves at AP 1 on them with cover, and then some dev wounds.
All right, cover. Makes both, and then the dev wounds will kill.
Then the Warwalker is going to shoot the other guy. 2 hits.
Who's the other guy?
Warwalker's going to shoot the guy that I left alive. The guy, the one, same unit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So 2 saves, AP 3, cover.
Cover, so 3s goes to 5s.
Yeah.
Makes 1, hold up. I have 1 CP left. I could just make your life a living hell and risk. You know,
Don't do it.
nah, roll for it.
Cool. This doesn't matter really for you. So that's only 4 damage. So I'm going to spend my last one of my CP to reroll that. That'll be 8 damage.
Now he dies.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to put the 1 guy's 2 Haywire shots into this.
I have nothing to regenerate to spend the CP on.
2 hits. Winning on 6s. That rolled into a 6. Reroll this for the Eldar. So 1, 3 damage. That'll just nuke that guy.
Yep, it'll need him.
The guy, the what are they called? The Wind Riders and Farseer are going to shoot into the 2-man on this objective. So D6 shots for the spell, 2 shots. Hitting on 3s with guide to reroll everything. Wounding on 4s because of strength 6. 2 saves, AP 2 onto them.
They get cover because of the Venom Throw?
Oh, sure. So
You're rolling the -1 with stealth, right? Because they have stealth because the Venom Thrope's right there. You know what? Let's just say you rolled high enough.
Cool. I rolled a 6 on something. And I can't remember what
you're
something
good.
Was.
But the rest of them, just keep your track.
Thank you.
All right, so I get cover. AP?
2 down to 1 because you're
All right.
covered.
Makes 1, fails 1.
D3.
D3?
3 damage.
So 1's down to 2.
4, 5, 6.
I'll put it on this one.
9. So on 4s, not 3s. So those will go out. Reroll those. So that 3 goes away. 1, 2. Go back in. And then wounding on 4s. I didn't use my wound reroll yet. So I reroll this. Cool. So 4, 8 saves for me.
2, 4, 6, 8. All right, it'll kill 1, and he'll be down to 3 wounds.
Okay.
All right. But should be still within the 6-inch aura.
Oh, I don't have any more CP to to fire those guys into the objective, which is fine. This is basically not going to get me too far anyways.
All right.
What's the toughness of these guys?
Toughness 5 with 3 wounds each and a 4-up invul.
And he's got 3 wounds remaining.
But they have stealth if you're shooting them still.
No, I'm considering where these 2 bikes charge. Whether I charge into there or I charge over here. Charging over here is more meaningful for the game state. So we're going to make a 7-inch charge that way, and then we're just going to make a little charge in here. So 7-inch charge first. That's 8. So that'll get us nicely. He's just going to come bump up to there, and he's just going to come up to just to there. And then we're going to...
You have to move to engagement range of melee if base to base if possible,
yeah,
right?
8 wouldn't have gone there, because 7 just got him there, and their bases are more than 1 inch.
You're good. And is he doing a double charge?
He's going to do a 4-inch charge, yes. Into both. 7.
All right, go for it.
So we're just going to put him between, right over there, like that, with his 1 wound. And then he's just going to get back in his transport.
Cool.
And then we're going to do some stabbing. So I've got 8 attacks into your 1 guy.
Are they all going into him?
Yeah, all 8 are going into him.
Go for it.
There's no one else that he can reach.
I only have 1 CP. I can't do anything with it.
Cool. So hitting on 3s with a little reroll here.
Winning on 5s.
Winning on 5s.
Please botch everything.
I could use a couple through here. There's a couple.
Okay. AP1?
AP1. So 5 saves. AP1. You're still going to win this game, man.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
Even if
and then the other bike will just attack the guy on 1 wound. So it's cool. And then strength 5, so I'll reroll that. So 2 saves, AP1 onto him.
So wait, did you roll all 3 guys into him at once?
No, 8 attacks into him.
Oh, they have 4 attacks each.
4 attacks each.
Okay,
and then 4 attacks into the little guy. Because they're 2 different units.
It would have been funny if you killed him first, because then I would have used my strat reclaim biomass to just...
Oh, no.
Yeah,
these guys have to attack him, and then if he doesn't die, then the 4 attacks go there.
Okay, for sure.
Right? Because he needs to die so you don't regenerate him. So it's 2 attacks.
All right, 2 attacks?
2 it's AP1.
Yeah, he dies.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Right, so at this point, like, I know Lionel's going to run out of time, so I don't know if we want to end this sooner, because I don't score anything for this for, I'd keep Defend Stronghold, I'd
and next turn is turn 4, right? And the only thing is if you do,
no.
Thing.
Yeah, so you'd get points there.
I get 2 for Burden of Trust.
You keep the Mark for Death, you'd go up a CP, I'd go up a CP. Yeah, so you got 2 for the objectives, 1 for Burden of Trust.
All right.
And then you draw 1 secondary, but like, I guess the question is. Well,
I get it, because the thing is,
we can keep playing it out, but
it depends on Lionel, but yeah.
Yeah,
because top of 4, right?
So if we talk some of this out, right? Because you've got that objective. I guess could you roll me a battle shock for your Gene Stealers?
I get a CP. I have 1 CP at the end of your turn. Start of my turn, I get it.
No, so you have 1 CP.
I'll spend the CP to auto pass them.
Oh yeah. Okay, sure. So you spend 1. Yeah, you're good.
I'll spend the 1 CP to auto pass them.
Great. So you hold that.
I hold 2 objectives.
Yeah.
And then let's see what my secondary is. I still have Mark for Death. Pick a random. Cleanse.
So you
Which,
can easily cleanse over there.
yeah.
And then anything can cleanse. You got lots of options.
I have
to cleanse
burden
here.
I have burden of trust here.
Yep. And you
what I'm gonna do is because the thing is you could still act and do normal. It's just you can't leave the objective if you're burden of trusting, right?
You can.
The unit has to be on the objective as you control it.
Yeah.
So
Burden of
I'll
trust is
like-
not an action. So
I'll do it on the Zoanthropes,
So you
and then
can-
he's just gonna just. Because yeah, I could just unleash. I could get marked for death by
So
just.
you could like burden of trust these guys and do their actions. What you're saying?
No, they're not. No, because I have them I can do an action with, or the Zoanthropes. Because the Zoanthropes aren't doing anything. I just move these guys up as long as I have one model touching the base, and the Zoanthropes can do the action. I'll get cleanse for 5. I'll most likely get marked for death because I can just gonna destroy that Warwalker as well anyway.
Yeah. Do you want to play some of it out? Like there's some
Yeah.
stuff that you're talking through that's like.
Okay.
Either we can just call it here and you can take the win, or we can play some of it out. It's up to you.
How much time do we have? What time is it? It's like 9:30.
It is.
9:14.
Yeah.
We have 15 minutes left, and I feel like by the time I finish my turn, there won't be like enough for
my turn.
for your turn. That's
Yeah.
what I feel like.
And like there's just not going to be much of mine left.
Because yeah,
Do
like
you know what I mean?
I'll be honest. I'm most likely gonna get marked for death and cleanse.
All right, as the boys are basically figuring out where this game's going to land, it obviously looks like a Tyranid win. I just want to take a moment and say thank you very much, Remy and Thomas, for jumping on stream. Always a little bit brave to hop on the stage and receive criticism from your peers. So thank you so much, gentlemen, for doing so. I'd like to thank all of you for coming out. If you've already been here thus far, well, thank you so much. If you're enjoying the show or like this type of material, please hit that subscribe button, flash us a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. We're a teeny tiny channel and we just want to grow and get more eyes on us. We had a question on stream by United Wargamer. He had a tech question regarding what I'm using to manage the overlay scores. I'm using something called a YOLO box. It's, I believe, a YOLO Box Ultra to be exact. It's just basically a computer that handles all the streaming. It's my little cheaty device. It's how old people stream. Again, folks, hopefully you've enjoyed this game. We might see some shots being fired, but honestly, I think this is pretty much a foregone conclusion. I think Thomas is more or less offering, hey, Remy, do you want to just roll dice, have a little bit of fun, but you've already got this game. At this point, I think the guys understand that. We could go back. I'm pretty sure models are going to be pulled off. They're shaking hands. And there it is. All right. Thank you, everyone who joined us tonight or who have stuck around up to this point. We're going to flash back over to the table for a few moments, but with that, we'll see you all next week for 40K Fridays.
Your
I was just lucky.
Gene Stealer's failing the charge was good for me, but then I couldn't capitalize it, and the solitaire whiffing was bad.
Well, I just rolled really well with them. I rolled
Yeah.
5 save. I rolled out of 9 dice. I rolled 5 up invols and so I kept 1 just alive.
And the one
you
guy
also
living
just-
on 1 here, and then the Gene Stealer living on 1 let you bring back a lot of bodies. Because if you didn't have that, you wouldn't have.